As you can tell out there in the crowd, although we're safely in a commentary box, which is lovely. 95% humidity, that's because of the rain, and temperature around about 17 degrees. My name is Matt Groom, and I'm joined in the commentary box for the first time by Diane Actor. Diane, hello and welcome. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, your GB team.
Yeah, so I'm a GB team. I'm exclusively a Boulder, and this is like my second season on the World Cup, so glad to be here.
Well, you've had a fantastic season so far, coming close, but this time not quite into semi-finals.
Yeah, not in Prague. I seem to have some bad luck here. 2 years on the trot, it's been the only one I've missed, but yeah.
Well, it was close, but we get your expertise here. And as you can see from the crowd, it is very, very wet out there. Puddles have gathered, but luckily the roof is good on the stadium itself, so we'll be getting underway as scheduled, as planned, in a couple of minutes. So, those are the boulders in front of us. We've had a look down on the mats. Diane, what do you generally think of this set today?
I think it's a really cool set. Probably quite a standard semi-set. Looks to be like 2 power blocks, coordination block, and then a tricky slab.
Yeah, and the tricky slab itself, we didn't think it was too bad, but the top might be difficult. We're looking, in fact, at the 10 zone on the slab right now, and this gives me a chance to talk about the rules, because if you don't know, the rules have changed a little bit this year. The scoring system is different. 10 points for a zone, 25 points for a top, therefore a maximum of 100 per round. And the athletes get minus 0.1 in every failed attempt to that scoring area. That's the top, the 25 on boulder number 4. Pretty difficult pinch there at the top, Diane.
Yeah, it looks pretty slopey to try and hold that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're zooming in on it. Ultra fine detail here. And as you can see, our organisers, volunteers and workers out on the mats, making sure everything is dry and clean. The roof itself has held up really well to this downpour. And I'm amazed how many people are in the audience, Diane. I mean, we went straight into the commentary box here to escape the rain.
Yeah, every year Prague seems to definitely be one of the most enthusiastic crowds. They do not seem too bothered by the rain.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, this is where we're going to come for the World Champs next year, although we will be in Brno, which is a city kind of 2 hours-ish away from Prague. But they do run a good event here, and the spectators braving the rain, dancing along there, as you can see, gentlemen in red, having a good time. And although the qualifying yesterday was a little bit delayed due to the weather, the women finished quite late. Luckily, the women are competing tomorrow, so they get a little bit
good. I was still going on at like 10:30, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, it was. It was indeed.
Intense for the women.
Well, the crowd are clapping, and we're about to get going very soon. And just to remind everyone, the World Climbing Club is free to watch on YouTube. We've got behind-the-scenes interviews, all the results, the highlights, and extra content. We went for a little wander around Prague the other day with Jan, one of the Czech climbers. He showed me various things. Right, this is the start list. Matteo Rusa will come out first, as he qualified in last place. There were some draws down at the bottom. Remember, 2 groups in qualifying, so 2 different sets of boulders. That's why there were different points. And your teammate Hamish McArthur just squeaking in there, Diane.
Yeah, I'm pretty glad for that, but yeah. It was really close for quite a while.
I bet he was nervous waiting for that. And then as we go down the list, down at the bottom, Samuel Richard did really well. There are 27 athletes into this semi-final due to the draws. Yufai Pan as well, we were talking about him. What a performance.
Yeah, that was really impressive. He just looked like he was finding those boulders so easy yesterday.
Exactly. And then Dokyan Lee down at the bottom, and then Daki Sano. We have to talk about Team Japan, because they sort of had a refresh after Salt Lake.
Yeah, 3 in and 3 out, unfortunately. It's just quite harsh, but...
Super. I mean, like someone like Futoe Ito didn't get the results to continue the rest of the season. She made 2 finals.
Meichi still podiumed.
Yeah.
His worst result was a 9th, and it wasn't enough to stay on.
It's crazy. But then you realise that,
Daiki Sano comes in and qualifies in first place in his group. So.
Yeah, I think it's 2023 was the last time he competed.
Yeah, he missed last year, which was actually just because he didn't register in time for BJC. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll find out how the Japanese team, some of them, of course, have been climbing earlier on in the season, some haven't, so we'll wait and see. Right, Matteo Rusa on M1, down on the far right. He's pulling on and into what we don't quite sure how bad these crimps are.
Yeah. Try and get the foot out here first. Hard to hit that jib. Oh, nice.
That's smooth stuff from him, then unwinds. That's the nasty jib he's holding on to. And then we think there's a little bit of a coordination flick with the left hand here.
Yeah, I think maybe he might flick to then bump again. Yeah. This isn't looking... he's looking really good here.
Yeah, he's one move away from a top now. Now, to get the top of a boulder, you need to match it with two hands and demonstrate control to the audience, to the judges.
Maybe you might want to go double to that, actually.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we thought that last hole could be the sort of crux.
Yeah, definitely. It didn't seem to look too bad to there. See how much it zapped him.
Well, he came close, not quite. 3 minutes 30 on the clock on the bottom right of your screen. That's how long the athletes have to complete a boulder. And what would you do in this moment, Diane? I mean, you know, he's got to the top pretty much. He knows the beater. Is it time to rest right now?
Yeah, I think if you want to be confident in this round, he's just dropped the last move. He's climbed it really well, so I'd run down the clock and try and go all out for the top on the second go. Maybe give yourself just enough time if you'd mess up on your second go.
Yeah, it's a balancing act, isn't it? 'Cause if you leave it to the last moment, pull on, fall off.
Yeah, it's a gamble, isn't it?
Yeah. But I tell you who's really good at that is Oriane Bertrand.
She really goes for the gamble, doesn't she? I remember number 3 in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
She completely ran it down to like 40 seconds after only having one go.
I love the confidence of it, but it terrifies me every time I see it.
Yeah, that's real confidence, that is.
Yes, it is. All right, well, Matteo Russa will brush those holds again. And making sure of it. Later on in this semi-final, we will have 4 athletes climbing at the same time, but right now we just have one. There's the crowd gathered on the right-hand side of the stage here in Prague. And Diane, Team GB, I presume your guys will be down at the front, the coaches watching, or some in the isolation zone as well.
Yeah, and I think we'll have some of the women in the crowd cheering as well. Got quite a few through this time, which is really cool.
Yeah, Team GB doing well at the moment. So is Team Italy. Now, Matteo, he's kind of been on the youth scene, European Cup side of things. In fact, I think this is his first World Cup. But he's had good results. 3rd at the Youth European Championship recently. And he has got a few medals along the way, but all European and youth comps. I mean, you've made this transition, haven't you, into the World Cup sort of senior side of things. What's it like doing that?
I would say I found it very intimidating when I first did it, because you go from being kind of quite a big fish in a small pond to a very small fish in a very big pond. So
yeah, a very physical pond.
Yeah,
nasty handholds. All right, Matteo Russa crosses through, unwinds outright. Little match underneath. He's looking like he's struggling a bit more than he did the first time.
Yeah, he definitely looks a bit more tired, this guy.
Flicks the hand underneath, looks right, hits the crimp now. Right, this is the move he dropped before.
Yeah, I thought he would go for the double. Looks really hard to hold that.
It does, his body always swinging away from the wall. He wasn't able to hold the pinch there. And Matteo Russa with that will leave the stage. He's done with 30 seconds to go. Put a zone on the board, so that will be 10 points as he flashed that. No minus 0.1. Next up will be Lassie von Freya from Germany. And Lassie is only 17 years old, new to the German team.
I think he might be my age, maybe.
Oh, is he? Oh, maybe I'm talking about someone else.
Maybe he's 21 or 22.
Yeah, maybe it's later on.
Yeah, Lucas, I think.
Yes, Lucas is 17, because Lucas is the new one onto the squad, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really good.
All right, well, Lassie's about to come on. He's in the gate there. Yeah, you're right. 23 years old from Team Germany. Graz, the European Cup. Yeah, he was in Curitiba, of course, 20th there, so he did make semi-finals.
Is this maybe his second ever semi?
I think so. And a big smile on his face as he comes out. Right, 5 minutes was on the clock. He's used 10 seconds having a look at the boulder. Diane, how much time do you spend usually sort of looking at a boulder before you get on climbing?
I actually get made fun of quite a lot for this because I'm one of those who takes quite a while. I'd say most people on average take like 30 seconds, but my coach has always given me, and the other athletes give me stick for taking like a good minute to pull on, but I just like to be sure of what I'm going to do. But
He's done the same. He's wound it down to 40 seconds here before he goes. But I guess it can pay off, can't it? Because if you rush it.
Yeah. If you spot something really well and you have a really good flash go, but the other way, if you don't and you made a veto, then you've just lost a good minute. So.
Well, he's hanging in the air at the moment. Oh, he needs to be quick here.
Uncomfortable on that shoulder position.
Yeah, and he hasn't got the range on the foot. Kicks it in, but I think it was like I think if you pull on and just swing and go and palm that foot,
definitely. The swing to the bicycle catch is really cool. With the toe plant and the toe hook.
All right, well, he's going to go again nice and quickly after that first move issue there. Bit of liquid chalk on it. It is humid out in the stadium, but it's cold but humid, if that makes sense.
And these super holds do have a bit of a weird texture to them sometimes. So it might not feel great in this humidity.
Yeah, there's a difference, isn't there, between sort of a commercial hold sometimes and the World Cup holds.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, in climbing gyms we don't generally like to take away too much friction from people, but in the World Cups friction is always taken away. Well, the photographer's on the right, Lena Drapella, the IFSC photographer for this event. You can check out her photos on Instagram. And Lassie will pull on once more into the starting position, hits the left hand. And this is where I think he just needs to sort of do this quickly, really. And that's better.
Yeah, he looks really stiff in the shoulders, like he can't really generate much of a swing out.
Yeah, it's a strange combination where you have to have crimp power and you have to sort of have some swing.
Strong enough to kind of loosen up. Maybe he's quite tight in that position.
Is it, for you, would this be a good boulder to start a round off, or do you prefer a sort of slab start?
Yeah, I definitely prefer starting on like a power block. I think mentally it's a lot easier to just come out and pull really hard rather than come out and try and stay really calm and go slow. You can kind of come out really 100 miles an hour, which is quite nice sometimes, I think.
Yeah, because to explain to everyone, the athletes don't see these boulders before. So in the finals they do, in this they don't. So yeah, you're right, you kind of come out, you're all hyped, ready to go.
And then you see a slab sometimes, you go, oh, I need to bring it all down. Start taking some breaths. Yeah, it can be hard sometimes. Yeah,
that's one of our German coaches down at the front. Okay, so Lassie with minute 45 will go again now. He hasn't got the zone yet.
Yeah, he just looks really uncomfortable in that shoulder position. You can see him shaking whilst he's holding them.
And you're right about the tightness in the shoulders, I think.
Yeah.
He's swinging kind of from the legs, but not for the whole body. Let's watch it from another angle then. So he hit this right hand, tried to put the left foot in underneath.
Because he can't wing his shoulders too much, he can't really start to generate the swing.
Well, it's kind of now or never for him with a minute to go here. So, 45 seconds on the clock now. Hyping himself up as he approaches the boulder again. Right, up with the left hand. Watch out for these shoulders. Hits the right.
Nice.
Much better from him as he crosses through that left hand now. Crimp on, looks right. He's got to unwind. And there's only 15 seconds on the clock, so we'll have one shot at the top of this, but the buzzer's about to go. Hits the right hand, a big flick up, and just the left hand on. And this boulder number one, certainly that move at the top is the crux on this.
Yeah.
Well, he will have to leave the stage with no top boots back on. That's because there is moisture around, especially out round the back, although the mats are nice and dry. And right, a certain Hamish MacArthur runs out onto the stage. So Diane, you know this man quite well. Tell me a little bit about Hamish at the moment, because he's just come from an amazing outdoor season.
Yeah, he's so strong outside at the moment. I think this block in particular, he'll definitely look at this and be quite excited by it.
Yeah, he climbed V17 in a day.
A session, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Sent the 8C and then just sent the 9A after.
Yeah, he was good in Salt Lake. Got into semis just about and nearly made finals. He was the first one out in Salt Lake, and we all thought he was getting through. Yeah, very strong. And look at the cross through, like, no problem.
Yeah.
In the background, Matteo on the split screen is on the slab, and as we thought, easy first section, up to the zone. And then after that's where things get hard.
Hamish is cruising this right now. See what he does, see if he goes double.
Yeah, that top.
Yeah, it looked awkward leaving his hand on the undercut and then putting it looked like it kind of blocked his hand to go over.
Yeah, so adjustments needed for Hamish. Meanwhile, on the left, Matteo stands up on the pretty good right foot, but obviously you've got to then commit to no hands on this next section, because that zone isn't really a hand.
Yeah, it's just there as a kind of guide, isn't it?
I think he's almost trying to use it too much.
Yeah, it's very easy to do that, isn't it? When you've got a hold right in your face, sometimes you just want to... But here, definitely, you don't need to grab that at all.
No, he needs to find the balance before he makes the move here. Alright, so Matteo cleans his shoes. Hamish has a breather on the right. And you were saying earlier on that the British team sort of ticked their goals in terms of qualifying for the World Champs now.
Yeah, so we had to either make 2 semis or 1 finals.
So Hamish at the moment looks out to the right hand side, and he will go in a couple of seconds. So, Hamish now on the right. So Hamish rests, has a look. Matteo Russa on the left-hand side with 1:50 to go. Cleans the holds and will reconsider. Right, so Hamish MacArthur with 1:20 to go on the right-hand side. Matteo Russa on the left comes up to the zone holds, has a little thump, and this is better from him, Diane, that balancing point found.
Yeah, a lot better, not focusing on the hand so much now.
And a bit of a shake with that right hand, though he tries to find the balancing point to go out towards the right.
This next section looks really tricky.
And down he comes. It's hard, isn't it, the top of that boulder?
Yeah.
That slab boulder.
Even that hand just looks like it really doesn't offer that much.
Yeah. So, Hamish, probably one last chance here to get this done, up into the swing position. Hangs up on the right hand, crosses through with the left. He's got here a few times. Those shoulders will be burning. Matteo Russa is going to call it a day.
I hope he tries to go for the double.
And the crowd are giving him big encouragement here.
Oh, this is cool.
So talk to us, what was he done with that one?
He didn't quite work. He tried to turn the zone pinch to an undercut, and maybe he was going to try and pull through right hand, but it just looked like the foot position was too awkward.
Well, Hamish leaves the stage, not quite for him. That zone in the bank though, which is good. And in a minute we will see boulder number 3 as well. The boulder's stretching all the way down this Prague wall. There's a big isolation area at the back with a warm-up area. And Ilias runs on now. And I was chatting to him yesterday during the World Climbing Club. He seems super relaxed, and he's very, very strong, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really good. It was quite funny. He was nervous for he must have been in that last spot of his group for maybe 2 hours yesterday, and he was just trying to play pool to distract himself, but he was so nervous. So I'm really glad that he made it through.
I like that idea of someone trying to play pool or sort of sometimes scrolling your phone just to check. It was a nervous wait for a lot of men yesterday. For the coaches as well, of course. Okay, so Lassie van Freya on the slab. And Ilias, teammate, crosses through. Nice unwind and a good little catch there as an intermediate.
Yeah, he's going through this really quickly. But he's not seen the flip. That'll be hard that way, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Didn't even look at that left-hand catch at all.
No. It's choked up quite well, so maybe he'll spot it this time.
So that's the beginning of the slab. It's deceptive, this slab. We both thought, maybe the start is pretty cruisy, but actually, I'd imagine the friction on those volumes is not the best.
Yeah, I don't think the wall is actually that slabby in itself either. It's quite vert, so it must be hard to keep your chest in.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite things about the circuit, actually, is that everywhere we go, it's a new wall, and each wall has its little quirks and things about it. Sometimes they're very steep, sometimes they're more slabby, sometimes they have different sections on them. Yeah. This one, I mean, pretty standard, this one. We've got overhanging sections, a bit of slab, but it's not as you said, not the most slabby wall we have.
Yeah, no. I think it just produces, I think Prague in general usually has quite hard slabs, just because the wall isn't that slabby. So.
Yeah. Yeah, in Salt Lake it's very slabby, and actually they went the opposite way. They sort of put big holds on to push you backwards and turn it into an overhang. Okay, well, the two teammates next to each other. Is it weird? I mean, I suppose you must have been on the mats with your teammate next to you as well. Do you pay any attention to them? Or are you totally focused on you?
Maybe not pay attention with them, but I've done a few comps with Max right next to me, and Toby as well in China. It's actually really fun, I think. When you're going in and out of the blocks at the same time, you see them top something, they see you top something.
Yeah. Was it? I can't remember if it was you, but I remember in Salt Lake, Max got to the top of Boulder. Wait, it was you, wasn't it?
We said we'd wait for each other at the top because we were pretty confident, and then we waved at each other at the top.
Yeah, that was super, super cool. Yeah, Max was hanging on, cheering you on as you went up. It was brilliant stuff. Right, Ilias crosses through, looks for the right foot. Oh, just fingers in there.
See if he spots the flip this time. It doesn't look like he's spotting it.
That's funny, isn't it? I mean, trying to match that and gapping and twisting.
It's so narrow, it'll be so awkward to try and hold those
That surprises me. It's definitely, and as a coach at this point, you can't tell your athletes.
No, it must be quite frustrating.
Yeah.
He's brushing it, so maybe if you watched him brush it, it might be a bit of a clue.
But I mean, look, it's easy for us in the commentary box to say this. He might have just decided that this is the better way to do it.
Maybe sometimes when you go tunnel vision, it's really hard to spot anything else.
At this point, I'd like to sort of be able to read the athletes' minds. I want a little bubble to come up above their heads so they can tell me what they're thinking. We might have to blank out some words there. So, we haven't got a clock yet. We're about halfway through the time on this. And there's actually a big crowd here considering the rain. I think it's chilled out a little bit out there. It's still raining, but not quite as hard at the beginning of the comp. Lassie looks down at that left foot. It just slipped away from him.
The volumes don't look particularly nice.
Yes. Thinking hard here. He knows something isn't quite right.
Yeah, I really hope he sees the flip. I really want to see him attempt the last move.
So I think he goes, falls off straight away on the bottom. And this is where you've got to be so strong mentally as an athlete. 30 seconds on the clock, you haven't figured it out yet. He will have got the zone. Now let's see if he sees this. 20 seconds, Lassie comes down, I think he might be done. Elias out with the right hand, this is maybe better. Flick that left hand, please. No, he's going to go for the cross. Oh. And the problem is even if you manage to make that work, you've then got to find a right-hand crimp, and you'd be in the wrong body position for it.
I just don't think it... I think it's way too narrow to be able to hold that, an ultimate hold.
So, Elias, no go for him. He leaves. Lassie as well couldn't find anything on that boulder, number 2. I think now we'll see boulder number 3 in action. Hamish will be back on, and then we've got Thomas Lemangere coming out for France on the right-hand side. 3 athletes now. Boots off, as you can see, and it looks wet down on the mats, but I don't think it is. I think that's just the light.
Yeah, I was really impressed with how dry the mats managed to remain. It's definitely good for the athletes.
There was a moment of panic when I came in this morning because it looked like the mats were wet, but actually the cleaning crew had come through and cleaned them, but everyone was sort of panicking about whether it was, what was going on. So Hamish is on the slab. We're looking at Matteo Russa on boulder number 3, the first time for this. A very awkward start, isn't it? Up to a no-tex hold.
A lot of no-tex at this comp.
So tell me about Hamish's slab climbing ability.
Well, he is very good in a very Hamish way. Right? He climbs slabs in a very distinct style.
Yeah, he's quite physical with it, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the one in Salt Lake during semi-finals, he was trying all sorts of drop down on a really powerful way of doing it rather than trusting his feet.
Yeah, he's got really strong legs, I think.
Thomas spots the flick. He's one move away. It's a long kick up for him, though. I think he needs to get a bit of height before that.
That was cool doing it as a ninja kick method.
Back to Matteo here. Now, this is this sort of frog squat position. The left foot is no-tex. There's a sheet of no-tex there. There was a similar boulder in quali, right, where you jumped up to a...
it was like a no-tex palm and then a no-tex undercut.
Lovely.
Yeah, it wasn't very fun. A lot of people were fist jamming it, but yeah, it was...
It's always Prague. There was a crack last year, there was a jam last year, it's a jam this year.
I remember having no chance on that crack, and then Ondra was like... He was probably right as well, but he graded it like 6B.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make you feel...
Yes, but Adam occasionally grades things in a different way.
Yeah.
I tried that crack. We did a bit of content last year. It was so slippery.
Yeah, the no-tex was horrible.
Yeah. But apparently it's to save skin, because obviously if you're jamming on texture, you lose all the skin off the back of the hand. Look at that, it's better. Now this is going to be interesting. We think that it's sort of a swing and then go all the way.
Yeah, right hand and then 2 hands again.
I think there's possibility to stop down there, but I don't think it's going to set you up well. This is better from Hamish though, left foot on.
Yeah, really slow here.
Face pressed against the wall here.
Just needs to unwind that back leg.
This is where you've got to breathe. There is a jib down there. That's a hold on.
Oh.
Well, he planted the foot. He was a little bit high on it, I think.
Yeah, I think his left leg was stuck facing the wrong way. It was hard to turn it in that moment.
So Matteo kicking back and forth, lands, matches. That's what we were expecting.
It was really cool.
And that little run back, you can always tell when an athlete's a bit excited by something.
Yeah. Looks like it'll be hard to jump off the foot to quickly get it up to kick the wall.
Oh no, Hamish, you saw that wobble start. It started with the left foot, which was bobbling around, and then he couldn't hold it after that. 1 minute 25 now on the clock.
This is where slab gets really frustrating.
All right, Hamish planting that right foot, heels down on the slab, right?
Yeah, stand on the nose of the volumes.
He checks the foot, and then from here on it's kind of blind as his face gets squished up against the wall.
Climbing a lot more confident, this guy. Nice.
So there's this little undercut to be had on the right. That should allow you to stand up, and then you've got to cross the foot and then come onto that jib way up on the wall.
I think you maybe want to try and go right hand and find your foot on that jib at the same time.
Good work from Hamish. This is going to be a top from him. Just needs to keep it together. Wisely chalks up. Little block trim, but it should be no problem from him.
That was really impressive. The accuracy to hit that jib on your flash attempts at the move is...
Alright, well, Hamish has got scores on the board. Thomas, meanwhile, this was the ninja flick up. He's changed his mind a bit here. He does get a bit more height. The left foot slides as he goes. I think he heard the buzzer then.
Yeah. It's pretty pumped as well.
He's shaking out hard, doesn't he? Well, boots on, he will leave the stage, we will rotate through. And just a reminder of how this works if you're just joining us. Well, first of all, I'm with Diane Akhtar here in the commentary box. We are watching the men's semi-final. Later on this evening, we'll have the men's final. And tomorrow, it's the turn of the women's for semis and finals as well. Yesterday was the qualifying session. Right, Kento Yamaguchi comes on. First time we see him in 2025.
I think this might be his first ever World Cup.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at the stats. No, he was back in Innsbruck, but it was 2022 the last time he competed. He got a silver at the FISU Masters, which was also in Innsbruck that year, but we just haven't seen him past that. I'm not sure his story is in, like, whether he couldn't just qualify for the team if he took some time away, but he's back and straight into a semi-final. And Elias, meanwhile, starts this journey towards the zone. He'll get the points for this. Thumb underneath pressing.
Yeah. Wow.
So now the boulder sort of becomes more physical at this point. Big jump and a plant needed. Oh no. That's the accuracy you were talking about.
Yeah. Looks like he just came onto the foot with a bit too much power. It's like it knocked him off the wall. That was a really impressive flash go.
It was. The crowd, you could hear them sort of oohing their way up it. They knew what they were watching as well.
I think he could definitely top this next go.
Yeah. Climbing is a bit... So Prague is a bit of a climbing mad city. And this audience especially, it's very educated. Like, they understand climbing. It was fascinating in Denver last week because it was in the middle of a city and people could just walk past. And so many people had no idea what they were watching, but it was kind of a different atmosphere, but just as exciting.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. So Kento, this is the man we're talking about. 2022 was the last time we saw him. Let's see if he's improved since then as he unwinds, pressing in. He's seen the left flick. Gets it. Oh no, very briefly gets it. He's trying this match.
Wow, he made the match look easy.
Well, it goes, apparently.
Yeah.
And cuts loose on this. Look at this from Kento. That was all ridiculous until the top. And I mean that in the nicest way. Like, it was sort of... I don't know how he made that work.
He made it look effortless, really, the match on that.
Yeah, and he was quicker than Elias. And Elias was really trying to shift the weight.
He really stood up into it as well, almost like pressed into it.
That's what we love about climbing, when the athletes will do different methods, different beta to get through sections. So Elias stands up on the slab. Right hand. That's the sonar. Great shot from our camera crew here. It's teeny tiny, not really meant to be used. It's just enough to hold you in.
Yeah. Definitely got his nail underneath that.
I want to talk to you about nails, actually, because I want to find out how you got such strong nails. Because you guys literally sort of nails on the edge of volume sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know, I just think...
Lots of milk and calcium. Do you grow your nails specifically for it?
I know some people actually like...
Oh, let me just stick with this, because Elias is easily into the top. I think that was second go. Great work from him, and he'll celebrate on the top. Shouting out into the rain there.
Getting that so quick is really important. Third go, so he must have had one slip.
Yeah, we will have a four-way split screen in a minute, once we have all fold boulders in action. This was him at the top, cruised through. Hamish just took a breath at the top to chalk up. Elias didn't need it, and look at that reaction. The celebrations are getting better and better at the moment, this year especially. Whenever there's like any kind of a jug at the top of the wall, everyone takes full advantage.
Yeah.
All right, well, back to Kento. Had such a good attempt, and he's wisely waited now. So here we go. Oh no, big fire off. And this is the problem, isn't it, when you wait for that long?
Yeah. Complete dry fire on that.
So Lassie, we haven't seen too much of him, but he's struggling with that first section. Better from Kento this time.
This match beater is so cool.
I just can't believe he's making it work. And then to cut loose and put a left foot up.
Oh, he looked so strong, that guy.
Okay, so they will leave the stage. Low scoring round at the moment, although slab number 2 looks pretty doable, as we thought from the route reading.
Yeah.
That's Kento power screaming at the top with a lovely shot down at his face there as he hits the mats. Okay, so all 4 boulders in action then. M4 down on the far left through a steeper section of the wall. Hamish is back on. And there are 27 men in this boulder semi-final, which is actually the most we've ever had in a competition. Usually 24 in Curitiba, there was 25. Hamish back on. Great Britain have 4 athletes through for the 2nd comp in a row here. And Hamish sticks that first move in the middle of your screen. And there is our 4-way. So, to explain things to you, M1 at the top. And we have Antoine Girard here. Thomas Lemanger on 2. M3 is Hamish MacArthur. And M4 is Matteo Russa. On your main screen, Antonin locks in that, what we call a bicycle move underneath.
That's like a bicycle clamp. So it's when you've got a torque underneath and you're pushing with the other foot.
It is surprisingly good in that position, isn't it?
Yeah.
To hold you.
It's quite a big foot as well. A lot of people doing this matching method now.
Yeah, maybe Elias goes on to something then. Antonin's a move away. It's going to be interesting with M1 because it might be one of those boulders that by the end we're seeing athletes do it pretty easy.
Yeah.
But right now I can't see the sort of the way through that.
I really thought people would maybe go double to it to hold it. And the first guy, Matteo, looked good at going 2 hands, but no one else has really tried that.
It's been fascinating this year because the depth is really good at these competitions, and we get athletes qualifying last to actually almost make finals.
Yeah, it's maybe one of the deeper seasons I think we've ever seen.
Yeah, and this comp, especially in Prague, like, I thought they'd beat everyone at Salt Lake, but it seems like everyone is at Prague this year.
Yeah. And then I think even Innsbruck has like 104 maybe.
Registered?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's, the Europe tour's pre-packed.
Yes, it is. Pretty much every weekend from now until, well, August, we have an event of some sort. And a lot of people have been messaging about Yanya. Apparently the rumour was that she's coming here. She's not here. She said that perhaps it will be Innsbruck, World Champs and Copper. Hamish into the 10 now. So what kind of went wrong with that move, do you think?
I think he maybe wants to pendulum more, so you kind of come out and round the wall, but he's going very straight on with his swing. So it makes it hard to kind of land and then jump up.
So we're watching Thomas here on your main screen. There's kind of 3 really quite physical boulders and then a don't breathe slab in the middle of things. And this is the don't breathe moment. He's very... That left foot is doing all types of shenanigans. I think he started to... He just couldn't work out how to cross the feet or if he should cross the feet.
Yeah.
1 minute 40 now. You can see the scoreboard on the far right. So Elias is leading the way with 34.8. The boxes fill all the way up for a top, halfway for a zone. And if you see a grey line, like on Lassie, a grey box with a line through it, that means they have no score on that boulder. Everyone resting right now, the crowd watching. I'm so impressed by the crowd here, Diane. It is pouring with rain out there.
Yeah, I can't believe how many there actually are.
I had a friend who was queuing up outside saying the queue was absolutely enormous to get into the stadium. So.
Oh.
It looks a bit awkward still with that swing.
Yeah, I think the way he's doing it, it makes it very handsy, and that first border doesn't look very good to pull on.
Antonin out into the pinch, loving this method he does. This is a PB for Antonin, whatever he does. This is the first time ever in the semi-finals, despite having 7 World Cups under his belt, so whatever happens today, it'll be good for him, and that was closer. Let's see if Hamish can get this flick a bit better. That left foot was dragging along the wall as well.
I think he wants to kick off that left foot and go out and around the wall.
Yeah. It's kind of sliding across it.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
But Antonin will say goodbye on the right. Matteo Russa still goes. It's a PB for him as well, his first semi-final. He leaves. 15 seconds to clean things up. And then we will have Toby Roberts out from GB. Now, Toby's been fascinating this year. So he went, when I chatted to him at the beginning of the season, he was super psyched to do everything.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a wobble, and I say wobble because he's the Olympic champion. So we're going to talk about the fact that he didn't make finals and people expect him to.
Yeah.
But he went away and had a little bit of a reset.
I think it was good for him. I think, obviously none of us can imagine the kind of pressure he feels being Olympic champion. It must be really hard at times, and he wasn't happy with his shape and he decided he wanted to do a bit more training, and he's come back, and yeah, I hope it goes well for him.
Yeah, me too. I feel like with Toby he needs a comp to go really well to sort of get that confidence back.
Yeah, I just hope he has a comp where he just really enjoys it again.
Yeah, he looked more relaxed yesterday than I've seen him in a while. I think that pressure was starting to tell, so I'm really hoping he's been in Innsbruck training a lot.
I think he'll be really psyched by this first Boulder as well.
Yeah, Toby has one of the best try-hard faces on the circuit, and he is fighting at the moment, one hot move away. Kento as well is on the slab. Everyone else resting. We'll stick with Toby right now. Comes into the left hand. Is he going to jump from there? Surely not.
Oh. I think that could be quite good because you're in such a straight line then. You're not coming out from the wall.
Yeah, because if you kick off the high left foot, you're automatically swinging a bit around.
Really pushes you outright, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe if you can go to 2 hands from there.
I wouldn't be surprised if Toby tries to go left foot next go.
Yeah, like crank it out.
Yeah. Elias hits the swing on the zone. Looks right. Here we go. Let's see if he gets this pendulum. It's a fascinating move, actually. There's a lot to this because you come around the corner as well.
Yeah, and the hold's like so bad, you kind of have to like stay straight on it.
Yeah.
So I can understand it's really hard to generate that kind of swing.
Give it a setting, this. It's kind of what would appear to be a move that you guys do in training, all the time, and actually just having that corner adds an element to it.
Yeah.
Lassie von Friet down on the far left of the screen. We haven't talked too much about Boulder 4. It's one of the more powerful ones.
It's a really cool first move, the right hand over and the palm.
Yeah, let's have a look at it on the right of your screen. So there's the palm, and that palm to stop the momentum.
Yeah, to push on it and stop you bounding off.
So Hamish is leading the way on your scoreboard on the right, 44.5 with Boulder to go. Top in 2 zones. I think Hamish might be a bit on the edge with that one. Kento Yamaguchi takes a fall on the slab, just tumbling down that. It's funny with slabs, isn't it? The reason I find them hard to climb is I don't like that feeling of that you're going to fall off at any moment.
Yeah.
When you just don't know if your feet are going to stick. And that's the no texture.
Oh, nice. This swing looks good. Just not enough.
No, not quite enough. Elias. Toby, meanwhile, crosses underneath. Flips the left hand under, pinch in. little adjustment with the feet. Let's see if he kicks off on the left or goes underneath. It's going to be very interesting. He is going to go underneath.
I think he's going to put the foot up.
He had a look, didn't he? Right, here we go. So he'll be closer, but there'll be more of a switch. Oh, where's he going?
He's jumping back down. He's going to try and flip it, I think.
I think he tried to readjust.
Yeah, I think this will power him out quite a bit. Still quite an impressive attempt to see how long he was hanging around for.
It's kind of such a Toby thing to do that.
Yeah, he's insane at it.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of his strengths.
Annie Sanders does a similar thing where she drops down and you're like, why are you resting on this boulder?
They climb boulders kind of like roots sometimes.
Exactly.
I remember Annie in China when she just like would rest and chalk up on the worst hold on the block.
I really enjoy it when they do it, actually. It's fun to watch.
I'm very jealous of it because I do not have that kind of endurance.
Kento struggling with his foot placement at the moment. A little shake of the head from him with 35 seconds to go. And I've been told by one of my colleagues, Kento just didn't make the team the last few years. So, the fact he couldn't qualify and then comes back and makes the semis is ridiculous.
The amount of athletes in that predicament is just insane. Yeah. And the fact that it's gone down to 6 spots for them as well. It's like another 15 who are all world class.
Yeah, well, this is it. They're waiting in the wing. It's just like, come on, give me my chance.
A lot of them almost say that it's easier to like make World Cup semis and get on the Japan team, isn't it? So
that's what I hear. Yeah, if you go to a sort of the Japanese nationals, it's like. And this is the argument with the quota. And there is a lot of discussion about this because it was reduced this year. I understand why it was reduced, but I also understand why it would be frustrating.
Yeah, I can understand completely, but it's a bit of a shame when maybe you're missing out on some of the best climbers in the world, but it's a tricky one, isn't it?
Yeah, but then, when we go to Olympic qualification, you have the same kind of thing. Should we just invite just the best climbers to compete? Obviously you can't, so... Yes.
Yeah, I do feel bad for the Japanese team in that regard.
I do too. And I, in all honesty, I feel bad for the athletes. Because imagine making multiple finals and being like that.
Brutal, yeah. Just even to like make a career out of it, to stay on the team every year is just...
a lot. Right, Max, another one of your teammates, hits this swing, gets the kick in. Let's see what Max does.
Yeah, Max is so strong. I'm keen to see him on the top of this.
When Max is kind of on form, he's pretty
like unstoppable, yeah.
And look at this, easy on the campus. Here we go. Oh no, the left foot pops. That's a shame. He was setting up for something there. And Thomas Lemanger on 3. Hamish finishing off on 4 with his palm and press. Antonin is changing shoes.
A lot of people kind of grabbing the palm as like an undercut, but I wonder if maybe just putting a flat palm on might be easier.
Yeah, I wonder if it's those, because it wasn't chalked up like that when we saw it. So I wonder if it's one of those things, an athlete does it, the chalk isn't cleaned off, and people start to think that might be the way.
Maybe it just feels like a position where you want to pull on 2 things, but maybe the palm might just help stop it a bit better.
So Antonin changed the shoes. I didn't quite see what he put on, but generally it will be softer or stiffer, and I'd imagine you go softer on a slam like this.
Yeah, maybe for the volume start.
And he's trying to get all of that right foot on M2. And there he is on your main screen now, and then...
Wow.
Delicate work here. It's what he's doing now is so difficult to execute like that.
Yeah, that's an impressive step to on a volume, rather than just shuffling.
It's intelligent climbing, actually, because probably it's set him up quite well for this next move.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a really hard sequence when Thomas, his teammate, is doing this swing on M3, and then Hamish is still struggling with this. Oh, he goes double, 2 hands up for Hamish. This is good from Antonin here.
Just one more move.
I tell you what, if he gets this, there'll be big celebrations, and he's going to as well. That was one of the more impressive bits of slab climbing I've seen now. All right, that will help us score. You can see upgraded into 3rd position, 34.8 on the board now.
That slab is really important to do now.
Yes, we're starting to, it's taking shape, isn't it? You can see the top 3 all have Boulder 2 under their belts, and Hamish was in for a moment before falling. Max looking out to get some kind of inspiration from the crowd at the moment.
Yeah, running down the clock. Quite smart, give it one more attempt.
So the brushes are in action here. Thomas pacing around, looking at this jump over. Minute 30 left on this rotation. M2 is blank, of course, because that's been finished. Max is quite good at running down the clock as well.
Yeah, he is. He's very confident.
Yeah.
I think it suits the style quite well.
Yeah, Max, as we said earlier on with his World Championships, he had to get 2 semi-finals, so he has achieved that, but he was right on the edge of not doing it.
And he only had one more comp to go, yeah.
So here we go from Max again. Hits the right hand. He does this guppy method. Very close.
That's frustrating. I think if he had one more go, he'd try the double way now, but not quite enough time.
I think he knows as well. He doesn't quite. He's looking at the clock. He's going to have to go straight away if he wants another go, and he hasn't left the stage yet. He is walking back. Let's see a replay of this. So the left hand was almost fully on, and Max is back in action as well. Hamish, meanwhile, chalks up on the far left of the stage.
Yeah, a zone here could be really good for Hamish to score.
Yeah, he's got one last chance here. There won't be a lot of time left.
Oh, that's really cool, Peter.
So he was going for the toe hook.
Yeah, looks quite narrow, but it's a really good toe hook.
So Max did have one last go. He burnt out on the crimps, and everyone now leaving the stage. So this was Antonov on the top, made the match, came through with the right hand. Crimp allowing the athletes to celebrate with the crowd on M2. Okay, well, the good news is the roof has held, so we won't have an incident like we did yesterday. The bad news is the crowd has to suffer just a little bit, but they're in good spirits, and so are we here. We're watching Nicolas Collin trying to figure out exactly what to do on M1. Toby Roberts is slab climbing on M2. Kento Yamaguchi runs into M3, and then Elias needs to finish off his comp. He's currently in the top spot with 44.7, but I need some more points on the board.
Yeah, I think the zone. Good. I'm intrigued by that boulder. I wonder if you get to the zone, how the top is.
Yeah, the zone is high on M4, you're right.
Looks like the hardest block to zone on for sure. The first move looks hard.
I think M4 might be the separating, right?
Yeah.
So Nicolas is horizontal, hooks in that left shoe underneath in this bicycle press, finds the right hand. Will he flick? Will he match? He flicks. And the screaming starts. You're going to be hearing a lot of that with Nicolas on the mats. And he's going for this weight underneath him kick-up method, pogoing through and not quite. You have to jump so fast.
Yeah, especially if you leave your left hand all the way on the undercut. That's a really stretched position to jump from.
Huge move here. Back to Kento, flows through that sequence. Lovely stuff from him. He missed the right foot that time.
Yeah, I've seen a few athletes do that. It looks really awkward to hit.
Toby just slides down. He's trying to be very spanned out. He's kind of skipping that cross-through move.
Yeah.
Toby has the pinch with the left hand. Let's watch him now.
Yeah, he's not wanting to stand on that volume, is he?
But it just means that the rock over on that right foot is a much bigger move.
Yeah,
and that's the problem, because you spread out like that. You know, the left
really,
foot's
yeah,
sliding.
that left foot really isn't that good to get as much kick as you need.
And I totally understand his thinking on this as well, because that right foot is the best hold on that start of the slab.
Yeah, that volume does look really bad.
Yeah.
Even though Anton made it look not bad at all.
Yes, but that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I loved watching that, honestly. It's so cool to see. Right, Kento launches right, holds the swing. This is all good, but watch his right foot as he plants it. And again, just have to make the adjustment. This is where Toby needs to rethink this.
Yeah, I hope he can. He's quite good at standing up on one foot on a volume. I hope he can spot it.
And Nicholas as well, he's resting for a while.
He seems to really want to do this way. I think he could make it work, it'll just be a lot harder.
He's not now putting the left foot on the green slab, so that is a bit of a change from him.
Yeah, he's going to need a powerful kick here. Yeah.
That's better, I think, if you're going to do it like that. So he didn't use the left green slab, he did just bump himself up onto that right foot, and it's worked better, but we're watching that hand struggling for some grip here. There's not a lot to be had on it, it's thumbs and nails in action. And the problem is he needs to somehow work out how to weight the left foot.
Yeah, his right foot's really where his left foot wants to be. Not much space there. It's making it work though.
Nicholas is trying to go foot first. Look, for a moment he did anyway. And look, he is again. Foot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, keep an eye on the top left split screen. Now he's dropped it down.
That was really cool, Peter.
Yeah. A toe hook up high.
Come on, Toby. Oh, that was good.
It's better from him, isn't it? 53 seconds.
He needs to stop, for sure.
Yeah, he really does. This is a huge moment for Toby Roberts' comp.
That was a good hold.
He's not liking this move. He's going to have to commit and go for it. He landed a heel on the hold.
Yeah, it was like complete midfoot on that jib.
Like, he did completely miss it, but he did almost save it.
Yeah, I think he just put way more power than he needed to into it.
And the problem is he's got to do it all again, and he's got 20. I don't think it's enough time.
Oh, I was really nervous that go.
Yeah. Well, everyone is looking a bit frustrated. Nicholas is done. He'll leave the stage. Toby as well goes, and that is a problem for the Brit. Yeah, Kento Yamaguchi goes, as does Elias.
Tough round so far.
Yeah. Well, fascinating stuff here as we sit back and enjoy. Coming up to almost 10-1 here in Prague. Back in European time. The World Cup season is relentless this year. We're off to Bern next week for another Boulder World Cup round. And the first paraclimbing comp of the year kicked off in Salt Lake City, and you can go back and watch that for free on YouTube. Crowd filling up here.
I'm excited to watch Max on this.
Yeah, so Max is on the slab. And then we have Lucas Trandafer, and this is the youngster here. I talked to his coach actually about him, and he was saying, look, he is young. We've thrown him into the mix to see what's going to happen. It's one of those years where they're sort of building towards the future.
He's looked so good so far. I think he made semis in Innsbruck last year as well, and he's definitely followed through with it.
So he's resting here.
Oh, Thomas took the first move before. I think he's the only one to do that so far.
Yes, and he's one move away from the zone now. Top right of your screen. Hits the zone. No, that won't count.
No. He didn't do it as the palm way. I think he did the toe catch maybe.
Interesting. Yeah, the zone hold on M4, we were trying to work out how much of a ledge there is on that hold.
It's like, it is very slow, but I think there's just like a slight dip that gives you a bit of...
In a tough round, Boulder 4 is the toughest. And Thomas will grab the brush just to make sure of that right hand. Max is, I think, changing shoes.
Yeah, he had a really stiff shoe on, so I think he's swapping to his softer shoes for the volumes now.
Because you can have a little look. You run across the mats, you'll see, obviously, the other boulders. You'll have an idea of what you're getting into.
Yeah.
But it's only when you actually get out there onto the mats that you really understand how a boulder should be climbed. Not liking that left foot. It's so interesting, I find, this boulder on the away screen here.
It looks so hard to generate the amount of force you want on that bad hold.
So here is Max's right hand. Tried to crimp the edge of the volume.
Just not liking standing up on those volumes right now.
Goes again. Let's have a real close look at his feet here. Oh, you can see just saving it with the left foot pressing in.
This is cool, Peter.
Thing is, I think he's overthinking this.
Yeah, I think he just needs to take a minute here and trust himself standing on those bad feet.
It was fascinating watching Colin last couple of comps doing similar things on slabs.
Yeah.
And I think it's this spiral thing. It starts to not work, therefore you try everything but the actual way of doing it.
Yeah, you just start to panic, don't you?
Yeah.
And it's really hard to calm yourself back down on a slab.
I mean, yeah, and this is something Colin said to me, which is, it just sort of spiraled into a bit of a nightmare for him on a couple of slabs, and it's so easy for that to happen.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Especially when you don't, progress into the slab. It can get really frustrating when you're just completely hitting the wall on the start of the block.
So Thomas has the toes locked in. This next hold is the one we were talking about. Is there a little ledge on it? There is a bit.
Oh, screaming on that.
And then you've got campers off that bad. He saw the left-hand fire.
Yeah.
I reckon that's a boulder you would love to have a go at.
Yeah, I would.
It's always funny because we always go and stand on the mats and we have a look at the boulders, and I love watching the athletes' faces. And your face was hilarious on boulder 40. You were like, oh, I love that.
That's a dream boulder, that one, yeah.
Right, so Max has done better now, although he's still trying everything but the holds available.
Yeah, he really wants to grab something with his hands, doesn't he?
Yeah. Which is reasonable.
Yeah.
Thanks, and I'm not getting the reach round there. On the right hand.
Really impressive Thomas has been able to repeat this move. No one else has been able to do it so far.
Yeah, it's starting to open up, but we're not there yet. Okay, so 30 seconds left.
Oh, Max is crimping the walls.
It's interesting to me how he's not going for the zone hold.
Yeah. He obviously just feels very uncomfortable on those feet, doesn't he?
Thomas can too.
But he definitely can just stand on them. He definitely has the ability to do that.
Yeah, it's obviously, if you're listening at home, we're in a commentary box. What's going through an athlete's head, how they're figuring it out. That's their whole job, is to do stuff like this. But whatever, it didn't work for Max.
Yeah.
Right, 15 seconds. We will rotate through as we come through the 27 athletes making it through. Julian Clements will be out next with Switzerland as we hit athlete number 12, which would normally be the halfway mark, but a couple more here. This was the toe underneath for Thomas, and then a zoom in, lovely shot of the hands as he finds. And this is I mean, there is not a lot on this hold, is there? There's a little bobble.
Yeah.
The smallest of it.
Pulling off that due to the next one, because that next one isn't that great either.
And he had a smile on his face throughout it. He was enjoying it, whatever.
Yeah, it was a really impressive round on that block.
It was. Right, Clements will kick off his comp. Kento will finish his comp on the top right. Toby needs something here. He's in a very awkward position already, only in 7th. And then Nicholas coming out on 2.
Toby Roberts.
Toby is looking a bit awkward, not finding the swing yet.
Oh, he's trying to static something. No, he's going back to the swing.
Yeah, there's a blocker down there to stop them standing on the edge, but of course you're going to try to stand on the edge.
Yeah.
So the challenger number 4 for Kento Yamaguchi.
Okay, so that's interesting. So there is obviously a little bit of moisture down there. I think that will be moisture from athletes walking across the mats.
Yeah. I think also now that the curtains are down, maybe just a bit of rain is getting just on the edges, but nothing that should affect the athletes, hopefully.
Yeah, it's pretty well protected. You just obviously, when they're traipsing back and forth, you'll get a bit of residue coming through. So well done to the team for cleaning that up. Nicholas trying something really weird with the right foot there.
Yeah, that was just to establish his start. He went for a really cool back foot.
Yeah. And Julian here into this camper section, is shaking that right arm. It shows how physical that movement is. Really interesting round here. Toby starts to swing. He looks a little better, and he's a bit better on that, but landed full midsole down on that yellow.
Yeah.
Right now, Boulder in 2023, we take a bronze medal in bouldering at the European Games.
Clements cleans up the undercling. Toby has a look around the corner. It's all about the second half of Boulder 3. Nicholas, I would imagine we'll hear no power screens, but you never know from him on this one.
I would be impressed.
I don't know how that man has the lung capacity to scream as hard as he does and still carry on climbing. It's like a tennis thing with him. I love it when he does it as well.
What Toby can do.
He's got much better movement and really held it.
So cool. He did try to stop with a left toe down the volume.
Yeah, it's kind of a total scrape and a scrub.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, Kento's got through the first move.
He has. So, nasty dish to come. Hits the left, full fingers wrapping around that thing.
He looks strong here.
Campus is in. I'm rooting for the Japanese team with this. Because imagine the pressure on the ones who've been left behind. You know, they'd be like, hang on a sec, I can do this. I feel like we're getting into Formula 1 territory.
Yeah,
here.
also for like World Champs qualification, like they obviously can't be wishing bad on their teammates, but they must be very nervous watching.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, let's be honest, we talk about teams in climbing because they are, but you're all individuals at the end of the day.
And they all want to go to World Champs, don't they?
Yeah, World Champs in Seoul at the end. I'm so excited by that.
Yeah, I love Seoul.
And if you've been paying attention to the IFSC calendar, which of course all of you are, then you'll see the speed comp that was in Austria has been rerouted to China. So it's going to be another Asian leg at the end of the season, which should be fun. This is the down bird's eye shot of Kento from the top of the wall.
I wonder what Toby will try this last go. He got a really good swing last time, so I hope he just tries to carry it through.
He's kicking off the left foot now.
Oh, he tries to stop again.
I love the learning going on for Toby because he's totally changed from that nervous first swing to what he's doing now.
Yeah, and by far one of the better swings we've seen.
Kento looking good on this first sequence. It's the second sequence. That's the nasty left arm we're looking at.
Oh, wow, that was so good.
Is this going to be our first top? He's got lots of time. He's got to calm himself down now. He's one hand movement away. Bridges. This is nasty though, guy, on this
so
match.
awkward, yeah.
And he's not comfortable on it yet.
Such a horrible box to fit into.
The longer he's been there, the harder it seems to get.
That is so unfair.
I've watched you in this position a few times. You're one hand on and then you can't match. What goes through your head? Are you panicking? What are you doing?
Yeah, I think especially when you can hear the clock running down like that, the panic is, because you can feel the longer you stay there, the harder it's going to get.
Yeah.
But if you can't find a position to match in, you're almost just stuck.
It's a move, isn't it? And look at this. He tried everything.
That's so impressive to stick that move as well.
Well, Kento will leave. He's currently in fourth, 39.6. I'm not sure that's going to be enough.
Yeah.
Remember, 8 athletes get through to the next round.
Yeah, unfortunately, both the athletes who got 4 zones didn't manage to top the slab.
Yeah, if only that really would have helped.
Yeah.
But with this new scoring system, zones are very important.
Yeah, it's zone attempts as well, and are so much more important.
So, Hannes van Dyssen is in action. He's been close all year, multiple semis, but no finals yet.
Whoa, that was really strong Thomas hold that. He didn't go for the turret, did he?
No, he tried to match the crib at one point. Max is straight away into the swing move, though.
Yeah, this is a Max boulder. I hope he...
I tell you what, it's got to be as well. He's down at the moment.
Yeah, no zone on block 2 is not ideal at all.
No, here is Lucas. Creeps down to the undercling.
If you get through this slab quickly, it's so useful to repeat that top move. Opted for a step through. I think he's the only one who's tried this so far.
It's quite an awkward movement.
I think the hop looks better.
Max is standing on M3 having a look. Hannes van Dyssen is back to this move. No one has managed to latch the top yet. Hannes gets set, looks left, looks right, presses.
He's going to go for the same method a lot of people have tried. Oh, that was by far the closest we've seen.
Yeah, and he knows it, doesn't he?
The hips just come so far out to hold it.
I mean, trying to one-arm that pinch is a big ask.
It looks so awkward that way to try and get two hands to it as well there.
Yeah, because you've got to bring the right hand all the way around your body to make the match.
And your knee's almost pushing you out the high left foot.
Yeah. Lucas springs off the slab, back to the brush to give it a clean. Hamish and Dyson got close, he'll rest for a while I'd imagine, and Antonin Girard down on M4. He's trying to climb the sequence. Let's have a look at the M4. Keep an eye on this on the top right if you go back to the slab on the main screen. He's going for the palm method, or the grab method.
Yeah, the grab.
Lucas is very impressive to the zone. You can't, by the way, grab that zone hold, the circle on the wall. It looks like it's quite a good hold, and it would be, but it would A, collapse, and B, you're not allowed to. Oh, he's got nothing on right now, just the feet, wobbling around, creeping out the right foot, and finds it.
Oh, that was impressive to keep that together. Yeah, he's up to flat. I think this should be good. Oh, it just misses it.
Yeah, he was in the air with the right foot, sliding down. You call it an air ball in basketball. I think we should come up with a similar term in climbing and just miss something.
Air jib.
Air jib, I like that. My favourite thing is invented climbing terms. I haven't had that many this year. I created the kangaroo hop in ice climbing, which is when you bump the left leg
that's
up.
cool.
Yeah. The Matt Dictionary.
Really made me. I think Max makes it good for you.
Yeah.
He also definitely invents a few moves with his weird coordination.
Yeah, it's funny with Max, isn't it? Because he, like we saw it, I think, on the slab, which is he got a bit too inventive. Perhaps.
Yeah.
So, Antonin Girard looks at the crowd, chalk covering his back from those falls where he's hit the pads. His PB, remember, so it's good performance from him.
Oh, that was so good for Max that time.
You can see how frustrated Lucas is getting here, a punch of the slab. Man, this is so aggressive with that kick down.
Yeah. A few athletes getting close to important moves here.
Well, he just briefly used that undercling as an intermediate to get into the right hand. What is he going to do? Makes the match. He's going to go for the straight up. Yeah. Unbelievable. Oh, no. Yeah, that says it all, doesn't it? I have never seen a backflip in frustration. He's only got 4 seconds, that's why.
I think that beat on the flash go really could have been a top. You just saw going off the lower foot, it was just... You weren't pushed out from the wall, were you? But
that was... I watched Hamish do what I coined the dolphin dive way back in Japan, and this was he did the flip.
That, yeah.
And then look at this full backflip.
I've never seen a backflip out of frustration. I've seen celebrations, but I've not seen a angry backflip before.
That is the greatest, one of the best moments of the season for me. And I got horrible for him. He didn't get it done.
Oh, Max was really close to that move there as well.
He was. This is a replay, by the way.
A few athletes wanting a bit more time on the clock there.
Absolutely. Right, Sota Amagasa didn't have the best qualies by his standards. He's usually right up at the top. He's midway through for qualies. He's one that really, you sort of do a pencil circle around his name for possible finals.
I think Sota, to be honest, maybe qualies are like the most frustrating round. I remember last year the only rounds he missed were semis rounds, but then every semis he progressed to the finals.
Yeah, he's a very, very good athlete to watch and a lot of fun as well.
Always smiling, isn't he?
Well, he's one of those you can see all the emotions going on.
Yeah, he was so good in salt weight.
He was. Yes, if it hadn't been for his teammate, I think we would have seen a different result, but there's a certain Serato around at the moment, winning lots of medals.
Yeah.
So, here we go for Sota. He brings up the left foot. Not quite. So, Diane, do you think then that M1 the way is to jump from underneath, having seen that one?
I think the way we just saw Hannah's do it, yeah. Because putting the foot up, I think it just kicks you out so much from the wall to hold that momentum. Because the hold's bad enough as it is. I think maybe the quicker you can bring that right hand in might help you out, but I know like Serrata would probably just be by far strong enough to just hold it with the left, but we'll find out.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I wonder if that left foot is a bit of a little trick from the setters.
Yeah.
But it does look tempting.
It definitely gets you like closer to the hole, but then that knee just pushes you so far out, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, on the far right, Toby Roberts needs a little bit of a miracle here at the moment. He is down in 6th, fair enough, and he has got all zones, but definitely needs a zone to be in the mix here. And probably a top, and then even still it might be a bit of a reach.
Yeah.
Julian Clements on the slab, Nicolas Collin on the corner swing thing. There is Toby trying to catch underneath.
Yeah, not bad, just the right hanger in that time.
So here goes Julian. A little adjustment with the left foot. Fully trusting that right, isn't he?
Yeah, his hips were stuck way over left. That looked really hard.
I haven't seen that often. You saw there's a rubber imprint left and purely him pushing in.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, for his foot to stay then with his hips all the way out left, he was pushing really hard with that foot.
Yeah. Hey, often you see rubber left and they skid down, but not when they're using the hold. Right, Sotter launches. Great bicycle kick. Good accuracy there. He's trying to use it again.
Just missed the hand that time.
I think we can start to say that this is a tough round at this point.
Quite a harsh round, I think, because this block 2 just looks so important to top.
Important, and yet only 3 have done it.
Yeah.
You know, we were pretty sure that was the boulder where, you know, a lot of people would do it. We're right, but not as many as we thought.
Yeah, a slab. When a slab's like the top of the block of the round, I think that's really hard.
Yeah, very interesting round at the moment. I quite like rounds like this. We've had all types this year. We've had high scoring sort of nail biters because everyone's doing boulders, and this is at the moment at the opposite end of that spectrum. And all it takes is someone to send 2 of them, and suddenly it's you know, you're up into a potential finals position here. Julien starts to go again. This is the right foot I was very impressed with, but that's the danger of doing it like that. Sotter hits the left hand, makes the match underneath, finds the 10, makes the pinch.
Oh, did he try and flip the right hand?
I think he did, yeah.
That'd have been really impressive.
A scream as well. Julien leaves, everyone will have to leave. 10 seconds. Toby is not going to have enough here. He's in 6th with 29.5, but just again, not quite for Toby.
Straight around, he was really close to the slab, but same with Lucas as well, actually, both of them, unfortunately.
That was a spin down for Sota Amagasa. Just to tease everyone, I'm trying to arrange some content where we hang out with the Japanese team at Boulder, which I'm very excited to do. And I think Sota might be one of those, because I think it's going to be the men that we hang out with. So that's coming hopefully next week on the World Climbing Club.
That'd be really cool.
I think it'd be good, yeah. I want to go take them to see the Bears in Boulder.
They are by far one of the more entertaining teams.
Yes. Yes, they are. Yeah. Right, Max Berton. Now, this is his first boulder comp, although we know how good he is at lead climbing. You sort of forget that he's obviously a very good boulderer as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how the French selection process works, because he's obviously been solidly in the lead team.
Yeah, I think it was they kind of, similarly to Japan, kind of swapped a few athletes out for Prague. Some of the, like Sam Richards and Max and Antoine. Yeah, it's cool that they all get a chance as well.
Yeah, it really is a season of 2 halves with the world champs at the end of it, so I think everyone's obviously got that as the focus. It's kind of a tactical year, a bit like last year was with the Olympics.
Yeah.
So Hannes, now also Hannes super good at slabs, is one of them. He used to be the slab king before he just got ridiculously strong.
I wonder if he feels that pressure now. Everyone always calling him slab king.
Yeah, I know, and I feel a bit guilty about doing that sometimes. Because you know when someone's...
It's very fit, because that breakout season he was just insane on a slab. But yeah.
But then he sort of like, everything raised itself up as well. I think, in all honesty, the whole standard of the field has risen up recently.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And especially with the way the boulders are now set, where the setters have sort of categories they're given.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really be a specialist at one type of climbing anymore.
I think that's why when the style changes between World Cups as well, you just see so many different athletes swapping in and out. Like maybe yesterday was quite a lot more of a technical round, and today you've got all these incredible technical climbers in the semis. So.
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually, yeah. And obviously the setters have tweaked the style a bit. It's more powerful this round.
Yeah, this round's a lot more powerful, for sure.
Max going super slow as he crosses through, a bit like a lead climber, but he's into the zone now. Hannes as well, doing really well. So this is the accurate move.
Just needs to stay calm and find the jib.
He's lived up to the title on that one. That will be a match for Hannes. And after that, so close top on M1 that he couldn't quite hold. That will give him a big confidence boost.
Really good to bounce straight back from that and come out and do the important boulder.
Yeah. I'd like to see Hannes in the final again. Good. Max, we haven't talked about him. He's on M4 and he's down in 9th, so he needs this to just get up into provisional finals.
Yeah. He's not got past the first move yet, I don't think.
No, not yet. And that was Hannes, uber accurate, flashing the top sequence, comes into the blocked crimp, but it's a good one. Celebration at the top. So our top 8, Matteo Russa is hanging on, 29.3. Anton Girard is 44.8 in his first semis. That's a good run from him. I really quite like watching Max here because he hasn't done that many World Cups anyway, but I feel like I really know him as a lead climber, but I have no idea what he's like as a boulder. I'm quite enjoying learning.
Yeah, how many World Cups has he done?
Yeah, I'm going to have a little look, because he started in Briançon last year, where he got up into the final, because we gave him the Athlete of the Week award with that one, so this is kind of his first one.
Has he done any boulder ones, really? I
don't think he has, but I'm just going to triple check this. But we'll be watching Lucas here. He starts the swing.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. Just needs a bit more swing to do that.
Yeah, it's all lead for Max. He has done boulder comps,
but not World Cup.
Not World Cup. I mean, but I say that his last official IFSC boulder comp was back in 2022.
Wow.
And the Continental Youth Champs in Graz, where he did come 5th.
Yeah. Very impressive to semi straight away.
Yeah. I think he comes from quite a good climbing family, if I remember right.
Perhaps.
I think he's got a sister who climbs or something. Right, Max will match underneath. This is the jump, though, that's got everyone, and he loses the right foot and slides down, and a shake of his head there, and he's going to have to leave with 10 seconds left.
Oh, Lucas figuring out the move, but just a few athletes have done that now, really figured it out just as time goes.
And he doesn't want to leave the mats either. This is a theme we're seeing, no one wanting to go. He flicked those hips over.
And then he was really able to jump off that yellow to get up to the next as well. Yeah. Seems really hard to bring a foot up to plant on the wall.
Yeah. Andrzej Pahak runs down. Mr. Consistent semi-finalist this year. And he's made a few finals as well. He's the only Slovenian man climbing in Boulder, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think, well, certainly progressing in Boulder.
Was maybe Timotej Romsak was here.
Was he here at this one? Yeah.
I'm not so sure though, actually.
No, I mean, the Slovenian team is sort of changing things a little bit at the moment. Nicholas Colin down on the far left on M4, Julien Clements on M3. Sata Amagasa needs to get the slab done, as we know, and then Andrzej Pahak starts off.
Going quick. That was so nice from Sota to transition onto that volume that quick.
He hasn't got the softest shoes in the world on as well, so he's done really well here. He seems to be using that zone hold.
Yeah. Oh, just losing it.
Yeah, the last movement.
That first move was so impressive.
Angers bumps into the crimp. There's a thumb catch to keep him in. He's going to go for the left-hand jump, foot jump. Pretty good.
That was actually really impressive, yeah.
You can see there's a slight catch in the movement when they're close.
Yeah.
You know, you see that it stops the
just
swing.
seems to go away last second.
Yeah. Soto once again cruises through the start here.
Really trying to use that zone, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
Nails completely behind it.
and when you think of someone like Max who was doing anything but use the zone, it's fascinating.
Yeah, just see the hand go. I think you can do this just without the zone, just put your arms out.
I was about to say, I think almost weirdly he should use the zone less.
Yeah.
Because at the moment he's trying to make it into a handhold, and it's not really. That was how close Angers came as well. The right hand hanging in the air.
This first move Soto does is...
Oh,
don't jinx him.
He did. Welcome to the commentary box, Dyer. The responsibility grows at this point. Okay, so all of the athletes are chalking up out there. Remember that humidity was at 95% this morning. That's mainly due to the rain. In fact, my colleague came back with a humidity meter which was just covered in rain and was like, "Do you think it's wet out there?"
Yeah, it's not really the nicest weather so far in Prague.
No, and usually it's baking hot, and where we are is kind of a giant sand pit. Right now it's a sort of a giant pond.
The floor.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's either too sandy or too wet at the moment, but it is a wonderful venue, honestly.
Yeah,
it's so cool. And it's nicely located, Prague Castle around the corner, and a short tram ride into the city centre as well. So it's a cool place, and there's good gyms there as well. I was in one of look at this, Nicholas Conan launches, gets the toe in underneath. This is good work from him.
I think he can keep the toe in. Can he keep the toe in? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's really
spot,
good. The release will be really hard though. But really important to get the zone.
Yeah. And with that toe in, it means he fully showed control on it as well, so he should get it. So Soto underneath into the underclay, gets stood up. This is better from him. Right, don't rush, Soto, come on. So good. Like he was laser guided onto that hold. That's an important moment for Soto.
Happy for him there, he needed that.
Yeah.
2 hands as well to the penultimate hold. Yeah, he deserved that. He can start that so nicely.
It's a good slab, that. It's not a boring slab.
No.
You know, occasionally it can be so slow that you're like, come on, give me some moves here, but that's a fun one. Angers locks in underneath. He's got probably maybe one last chance at this powerful boulder here. Julien runs up into the starting position. Nicholas Colano is resting for a while. Angers will go with the legs underneath, I think. He's going to have to try to find a smear with the right.
Oh! Everyone seems to figure out the nicer foot sequence when it's too late.
Oh, and he doesn't want to go either, but he knows it will ruin the rest of his boulders if he had another attempt there.
Yeah.
Got to save some energy. Julien comes down, no go for him either. Nicholas is pulling on with 19 seconds. Oh, he's trying to break it.
That'd have been very impressive.
Yeah. Interesting stuff then. So, fairly low scoring still. Antonon's still leading the way. And more than halfway through with Nikolai Uznik up next. This was Soto's top. Lovely match. And Soto has the best celebration. He always has this moment where he's kind of chilling, and then he just goes crazy and starts screaming.
It's be cool to see Nikolai on this.
Yeah, Nikolai had a great quali round.
Yeah. Definitely his preferred style as well.
Yeah. He's another power screamer as well, so it's going to be fun. And Max is back on the slab. Oh, sorry, on the slab. Hamish will have to get some swings under his belt, and then Lucas on a very tricky Boulder call, which has only been zoned by 2 people, Kento and Thomas Yamaguchi. So there is Nikolai, we're talking about it, saying this is his preferred style. Is it something where if you know what your style is, do you sort of actively try to work against it to improve your other stuff, or do you just kind of push ahead?
I think it's still always important to train your strengths, because you don't want them you know, you can turn them into a superpower, but yeah, you definitely also need to focus on your weaknesses a lot then. Yeah. The issue with Boulder nowadays, you just have to be so good at everything, don't you?
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, it's the whole point of the setters is they're meant to test everything, and that's what they're doing.
Especially with this new scoring now, it like demands you to be all round.
So here is Nikolai, and as expected, he's done very well. Fires up. That was close as we've seen.
That took a lot of energy though.
Yeah, didn't it? He's got tape in the right ankle. I think that's probably a blood tape rather than an injury thing. Here is Max. So let's watch these feet. I'm sort of being drawn into my screen here. He's going to do this. And this is why we say it's difficult. That angle shows you everything. Because although climbing shoes have rubber on for grip, there is a limit to grip. Hamish drops into the 10. Right, this is the sequence. You've got to draw an imaginary line in your brain to try to get this.
Just missed the volume.
I think that swing is really difficult.
Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? I've seen a few athletes figure it out just as the time goes. Maybe 2-3 goes, they'd be able to get it, but...
Yeah, Max misses the jib, kicks off the wall. Hannes van Dyson drops. Did you see that, though? He dropped that water bottle and landed.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Hannes is doing all the circus tricks. He's backflipped, he's bottle flipped, all types of flipping here.
I remember doing that in Salt Lake like 2 years ago, and that's all my teammates said to me. Yeah, I didn't really do much that round.
I like the fact I noticed it as well. I should be looking at the climbing. I'm like, oh, the bottle flip. Alright. Right, Hannes goes for this swing again. He's a bit far away.
It keeps landing the foot too high.
So Max has not got that left foot on anything yet, and he's going to have to. Look at that side
duck foot.
Yeah. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, we call it duck foot. Yeah, when you like completely use the side of your shoe.
Yeah, on nothing as well. Nothing to edge on. Well, we're watching his hand, which is shaking around. He's going to have to try that undercling at some point. He's too far away with the left foot at the moment.
Yeah. Maybe if you could twist his foot around a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost saved it.
He was a bit high. He sort of slid the foot down onto it, but too much midsole, not enough edge on that.
The duck foot to readjust was really cool.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah. It's surprisingly good, the duck foot. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I need to try this. Because you're basically edging a slope.
Yeah, sometimes when a volume is like super shallow, if you just like, you can get kind of a bit of a grab on a duck foot just to readjust, and it's,
Man, you've made me want to go slab climbing now just to try this out.
You should definitely try it.
Send us a message on Instagram if you'd like to put the work. Let us know. Right, Nikolai crosses.
Oh, that is so strong to do that foot.
He had a little look at the audience, didn't he? Like, oh my goodness, how has this happened?
Hopefully that didn't take too much energy.
It will have cost him something. He's keeping calm at that moment, hits the right hand.
Be interesting to see what foot he goes. He's going from the low, I think. Oh no, he's put it up.
Spin down. Well, that's him done with 20 seconds to go. Hannes as well shakes his head. What would have been if he got that first boulder? Oh, would have been so much, but Max still going.
Oh, not going for the jib at all.
6 seconds.
He could do this here.
Oh, just a bit rushed. I can't believe he made that work.
Yeah, that was incredible. Not going for the jib actually looked really smart.
Yeah, well, and he didn't miss it. He deliberately went down. That was a try-hard face from Nikolai. No one really yet unlocking that match at the top. Interesting round. More than halfway through. Another French athlete is Adrien Lemery onto the mats. And there he is. And then down on the fourth, Julien Clements, who is really not having the best round. No zones, no tops for Julien.
I think it's maybe Adrian's second semis. I don't know if he made Brazil.
Yeah, he missed it in Salt Lake. Brazil, he was 10th, so getting very close to a final. Oh, look at this from Sota Amagasa. Well, he gets through into the light to the top, and he is the first one to get M3.
Flash as well, I think. That's incredible.
He just does this sometimes. He like flashes the ball, and you're like, how?
Oh, I hope we get a replay of that.
Yes, please, because wow, that was quick. I was looking at the main screen, not M3.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff from him. Let's see a replay. So, this was the drop into the zone, easy.
Yeah. Oh, he just bought himself so much time on that.
Yeah, it wasn't a full stop, but he paused.
No, yeah, he landed such a perfect position on the first one that he had so much time to readjust to go to the second one.
He's such an instinctual climber, is Sota. I think he works best when he just sort of switches that brain off and allows that climbing ability to come through, and that was an exact example of that. So good.
A flash on that is rogue.
Yeah, rogue like that. Wow, well, that's changed things up a little bit. So M3 is done. Usually we see M2 being blanked out, but not this time. Right, Julien is still grinding away out there. And Diane, I'm sure you must have had comps like this when it just doesn't quite click.
Yeah, can be very frustrating. Can be hard to keep going when you come out to block 4.
Yeah, when you know finals is gone.
Yeah.
And then it's, of course, a learning opportunity, but it's hard to see that in the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes you just want to leave the mats and not come out to that fourth boulder, unfortunately.
Fake an injury there. Just can't. But you know, if on the flip side, if Julien does do this, the confidence boost you'll be able to take away from it is definitely worth it. You know? It's
definitely an important experience. I think every athlete goes through something like this, and it's an important stepping stone.
Yeah, absolutely. Ange is into this slopey, slippy bit. He's trying to duck foot with the right foot, but doesn't quite. Can you duck foot the other way as well? So is that duck foot if you do it with the right foot like that?
Yeah, duck foot is literally just when you stand on this inside of your foot. So you've not actually got any of your sole really on the volume. Sometimes for coordinations when you want to plant on the volume, it can be quite good.
And is it better with no edge on the shoes, or does an edge help? You know, you get those shoes like the Fury.
Yeah, I think the no edge can be quite good at it actually. Because I think if you do a duck foot just on the forefront, I think I've seen Toby and Max do that in their 510s a few times.
Wow. This is a whole new world. Right, Ange finds the better right foot. It's still not great. He's duck footed. Kind of. Edging more.
Yeah, I don't know if that's quite a duck.
Not full duck foot there. It's got a different bird. Right, this is a shaky shot here as he tries to bring that right foot out and then slam it down onto the zone. Oh no!
Just lost it.
More the hand fired then.
Yeah.
So again, still fighting hard on M4. Yeah, Adrian is on M1. Hasn't got the zone yet. 57 seconds now. Ange finds the right foot. Up into the zone for him again. Look at this slow cross through.
See his foot shaking there.
So much force through. Much better from him into the underclink.
It's probably his last go. Got to hit the gym.
That is what he needed to do. He makes the match and suddenly he's in the game. Yeah, the crowd sort of was a bit delayed with their reaction there, but great work for Ondra. But that will help a lot. He'll go from 19.6 and now he goes up to 8th with 34.5. He nearly lost it as well.
Yeah.
Big wobble. It's a pretty good right foot that, you know, if you go anywhere near it, you're going to stick it.
Yeah, it's a cool move. The hand's really good as well. It's just all about accuracy, isn't it?
Yeah. I love it when they combine style, but having a coordination move on a slab is cool, I think.
Especially after the really slow start on it, it's quite cool.
mixing things up. Well done, route setter team. Okay, well, we have another rotation as we come through. Gianluca Posch, right up at the top of the order. He's having a good season as well. Lucas breathing on those hands. 4 minutes 26. He will pull on it. Scorpions, those legs out, powers through, and look, Max Bertol stops on the top. He's one move away, launches, gets it, he's going to get it done. Max with his first Boulder semi-finals top.
Impressive. Really frustrating, he just missed the top of the slab.
Yeah. But that super helpful for him. And look at the score, so it bumps him up to 4th with a Boulder one Boulder to go.
Only flashes on this Boulder, I think, so far.
Yeah, it's one of those you either have it or you don't at the moment. Yeah. Let's see what he did here. So pulling through, stopped. He had a little bit of a sort of a moment up here where he was thinking about doing a heel and then changed his mind.
This penultimate hole just looks so good to push on.
Yeah.
I think the watch is pretty much done there.
Yeah, he had a think, kept himself calm, made the match, and that's massive for Max. So, Hannes van Dyssen down on M4, Gianluca Posch on M1. Nikolai Uznik is on the slab, an important one to get.
That flash from Max is really good for separation. For attempts to top.
Yeah, there's a few in the 44s, 44 to 45 to 44.8, so from second all the way down to 5th is in the 44s. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for Adam Ondra. He'll be up very soon. Nikolai brushing the bottom of his shoes to make sure no chalk is left on that. Hannes resting, Nikolai resting, Gianluca Posch on the main screen. Looking at the clock. Stadium now absolutely full, and the rain has stopped, you'll be pleased to know, so the hoods have come off.
Hannes sticking the first move. This could be really good for his score.
That is not moving anywhere, look at it, planted.
So strong.
Eventually it did go, but that was very solid.
Yeah, just couldn't get the foot high enough.
And it's currently in 5th, now up to 2nd with that zone. So you can see how important that zone is.
Oh, trying to get a toe up on that.
Not quite. Good thinking.
Yeah, I think it's just facing the wrong way, that crimp.
Nikolai doesn't know what to do on that slab move there. So this was Hannes's right hand.
They blocked the bolt hole as well.
Yeah, yeah, you can't use those. You could wrap it full. He was...
Oh, he missed it.
Yeah,
to readjust. That's
Pinky was on the
incredible.
no-tex, wasn't it? And down he goes. Yeah, lovely shot there. Nikolai is desperately trying to dry off these shoes, or not dry. I don't think they're wet. I think it's just a bit dirty down there.
Yeah. The sand from the forker sometimes gets stuck in your shoes here, and you have some horrible foot pops.
That's a very good point, yeah.
Warm-up's a lot better covered this time round, but...
Yeah, it could be a possibility. I mean, by the time we get to finals, there'll be less athletes, and it's less of a problem, but we know the dirt, and that's why we brush the hold so much.
Yeah.
For whatever is happening to Nikolai, those feet are not working for him. Hannes is back to this move to the zone, toe in.
Oh, he missed it again.
That was a bit too missed.
Yeah.
Like the first time he just had a pinky, I think he had 2 fingers on the nose that time.
To readjust on that hold as well, I think it's tough ass. Just struggling to drop his heel.
Nikolai,
yeah, he's really turning on his foot and doesn't want to drop his heel and trust it.
Yeah, you can see the frustration coming for Nikolai. I think he's done as well. So he's got work to do then in the second half of his comp. Hannes will leave as well, and he looks disappointed, and I know why, because if he got that top on M1, he'd be right at the very top of the leaderboard. Well, there we go. There's a wonderful crowd here today. We interviewed a few of them yesterday for the World Climbing Club. There was a lady who came all the way from Shanghai to watch. There was a lot of Adam Ondra t-shirts. And Adam Ondra is about to come onto the stage. So it's been described as Adam's last Boulder dance. It doesn't mean he's leaving the IFSC. He will be competing in lead competitions, but at the moment this will be his last Boulder comp. But considering he sort of cruised into semis, I'm like, come on Adam, just stick with it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was impressive, his quality round, actually.
Yeah.
To go, he clawed it back, didn't he? To go not getting a top on the first 3 and then top on the last 2.
That's a great way to describe it. He was in real trouble coming into the last 2. I think he always does something a bit special in Prague.
Yeah, he does.
He's talked about not enjoying the sort of the new style boulders so much, which is why he wants to move away from it.
Makes sense.
But he's very much got his sights set on lead for the Olympics in LA 2028.
Just missing the crimp there. Oh, that was a really good flash go from Andre.
Yeah, kept one continuous movement through.
Yeah.
Adrian, he was close there. Adrian was very good in Curitiba.
Sota could really position himself well here.
Adam with a big fight, a grimace, plants the right foot, little adjustment with the feet, and a big cross through. The Czech crowd noise starts to swell. Comes in underneath, right, well Adam will get set for the jump then in a minute. If he can find this right crimp, he's got to flick the left hand first, which he does. Surely he's not going to jump, no. I thought he was going to jump on the red then. He's going to put the...
I think he'll put the foot up.
I think he will, so he's setting his hips away. Yeah, there it goes.
It's a bit impressive. Oh, that hand completely fired.
Yeah, it did. Still, yeah, fair enough. He thinks he's close on that.
To be fair to him, it was actually closer than I think the hand just fired it.
Yeah.
Definitely pulled on it a bit.
Adam's a big guy. There's a lot of legs swinging out there on that move.
I thought if anyone could maybe try and keep the foot on.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Completely keep it on.
I mean, it'd be insane, but that was it. Yeah. Like
so
Serato in, I don't know if you remember in China on the blue in semis, it was his foot tension's unreal.
Yeah, Serato didn't qualify in first for this. He's down. He'll be out soon. He'll be out next for Serato. Going for his 4th gold in a row. Boulder. So I'm not sure it's been done before. Certainly 3rd has only been done by 2 people, I think it was before.
Yeah, 4 would be unreal. But Doyen could win Prague 3 in a row as well.
Yes, and Doyen is looking very special right now.
And hopefully he's not got as much jet lag this time.
Yeah, he had visa issues into the US and came late. But then so did Yufei Pan.
Yeah.
Chinese team not getting visas as well. So.
Oh, that's really good. I think they'll award that, will they? Yeah, it's been given. That's good for Sota to score that.
It is.
4 zones.
69.5 is our new leader. All that face for Adrian. Andrzej's getting closer and closer to locking the coordination in.
Yeah, I hope he gets this.
He knows how close he is as well. So here is Adrian, who had a big shake of his head before. Right leg creeps out, hits the jib. Good work from him. Twists that left foot in. Right foot. He's duck footing.
That was a duck foot, yeah.
Full duck foot.
Going for the hop now. Oh, just missing the jib.
Yeah, and I think the slide down the rubble was from his go before as well.
Yeah,
so
I think he's missed it twice now. Oh, so good from Ondra.
He's figured it out, didn't he? Now, come on. Yes! So suddenly, quite weird, he bowled 3 of the ones to do as well.
Yeah. I thought that might be the case with 2 power blocks, because semi-power blocks nowadays are just seem so hard to come by the top.
Yeah. The fact that you guys are the strongest climbers in the world and power blocks are still occasionally out of reach just shows you everything, doesn't it?
If Sota could get a top there, that'd be huge for a score.
No, he's not going to, but he's in the mix here for sure with the 69.5. Adrian's still going.
Yeah. Oh, he could get a buzzer beat here. Oh.
So
Just missed the crimp.
That could be important for him as well. So here we go. Right, we have Serato and Raku up next. We'll watch a replay of Angers at the top. Latch that right.
I've not seen him too much in block 3.
No, he's struggling with the first move.
He looks a bit confused.
He's doing a huge run up into it from a sort of a different angle from everyone else. He's changed it a bit now.
He's got really soft boots on, Luca.
Yeah, those are one of the softest in the market. Right, Nikolai with this jump to the right.
Oh, it's a bit too much cross.
See with the body language of him at the moment, he's not in the best place.
Yeah, I know. He looks a bit deflated, doesn't he?
So up goes.
Still definitely get a zone here, though.
Yeah, and all it takes is a zone to turn it around for him. He'll feel different. So Gianluca, now he's got the reach here with those legs to kind of do some different things on this slab. This is what Toby was trying for a while.
Yeah, but just he's got a lot more reach to make it work, I think.
Yeah.
Big wingspan. Yeah, he used his height smartly there.
No, you have to either commit. It's a middle ground zone hold. You want to use it, but not too much. And look at those eyes, they haven't blinked yet.
He really wants to get something out of it.
Yeah. That was a demonstration of concentration from Gianluca Posh.
I think this pattern is really tricky.
I think he just got stuck.
Yeah.
Couldn't move the feet.
Seems like it's really hard to pivot your feet there once you stand over them.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Can't do too much adjusting.
It's
a shame we didn't get to have too many goes at that.
Wow, no one quite got there, apart from the Serato. Everyone else will have to go and rethink. Wow, what can anyone else do at Serato do? We've still got lots of good athletes to come. Yufei Pan, Jack McDougall, Samuel Richard, Mejdi Shauk, Dakai Sano and Do-Hyun Lee to come on Boulder 1. Adam comes back to the roar of the crowd.
I think he could really get on with this sport.
Someone's got a bell out there. We had a Venezuela, is that what it's called? Yeah, it's Salt Lake. There's a dad team of 2 who bring the loudest noise possible to Salt Lake.
I think I remember what you mean.
Yeah, that. I was about to make the sound, but I won't make the sound. Right, Yufei onto Boulder number 1. We know it's climbable now, but is it climbable for anyone apart from Serato?
Yeah, it's a bit harsh to call it climbable.
It's been topped.
Yeah.
We'll just say that. There is Adrian. Got a bit frustrated with the slab before, and he's not getting this swing at the moment.
I think he could get on with this Boulder if he managed to.
Again, caught in 2 minds there.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Adam might be able to do this one, and he is looking, oh no, a bit of a bobble.
Looked like he was about to try and do that Jan Luke away, maybe.
Yeah, similar heights, I think, so it would make sense.
That'd be if Angie comes down on this, that'd be really good for his score.
So Yufei crosses in underneath, squatting down on those feet, looks right. Finds the right hand, good work from him.
Put your hands up, put your hands up.
Hits the right, here we go. Can he latch this move? No, quite a long way away, I think. His leg's just coming up too high to stop the swing.
It's insane Serato did it that way with the swing.
Yeah, you can't really analyse it, can you?
I thought he'd definitely do it. I just thought maybe he'd opt for the lower foot.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, sometimes you just have to be like, well, it might be magic.
Yeah.
It's the only explanation here. Oh, that was better from Adrian.
That was a really cool. He hopped along the volume to find the foot.
Super cool, that. Angers is on M4. He's up in second at the moment, so he's had a good run with 2 tops.
I think if he zones, I think he could be safe here for that final spot.
I'd agree with you. It's starting to take shape, but this crowd would love Adam to be in the final on his last dance. Oh, look at that footwork. Fully trusting the left foot. Just one finger, sort of undercling wrapping that zone hole, but it bobbles not enough. I don't know what to call that, like a finger hook or something. Underneath it. Trigger finger, I don't know. 1:55 on the clock. Look at that crowd now, really braving these tricky conditions. It has started to rain a bit, which will increase that humidity out there.
Andrew's getting really close to the first move.
He's had a great season this year. That's better from Adrian, again with the swing. Seems to have clicked something in his brain for that.
It's really weird. Gripper like there.
Not quite.
It looks like he's just trying to use it too much as well.
Yeah, it's that again, isn't it? Because if you're using it, to explain this to people, because if you're using it too much and you're putting a lot of pressure on your fingers, once your fingers pop, which inevitably it might do because it's so small, you know, you haven't got as much weight for your feet and it just doesn't quite work.
And you're like maybe not in the correct body position, so it'll just come off.
And Adam will go again. I love this sequence he does there if he does it the same way.
Yeah, that foot swap looks... You can keep the press on the start hold, which is cool.
Yeah. So Adam can kick this right foot in, the crowd is going to go crazy.
Oh, this is a lot better.
Here we go.
Oh, no! He just lost it. Go again, go again.
Oh, he's got 26. He's got time. Come on, Adam. No, he's going to call it. Oh, but look, Adrian has done it. So Adrian, that was again such a process. Started off nowhere near it. By the end of it, he gets it done. Which I appreciate is the point of bouldering, but it's, it's so interesting how he was so shaky on this move.
Yeah, that was really good.
Wow, wow, buzzer beating, last 20 seconds here, Adrian gets it done. And it's good to see him coming through this year as well. He's been sort of there or thereabouts, but this has been a good year for him.
Definitely a climber who gets on a lot more with a semi-style.
Yeah. So, Jack McDougall is out, and Jack had a pretty good semi-final.
Yeah, it was really good his quali round yesterday.
Yeah, highest placing Brit athlete. Coming into 5th. You think this boulder much suited?
It's not his preferred style, I don't think, but like, thankfully you don't need much from this block. If you can just fast the zone or get it quickly, that's all he needs to do really.
Yeah, very good point. If you look down at our top 9 at the moment, and Kento, by the way, is in the danger zone on the bubble. Hamish as well is shaky. Max Berton, 44.6, also in some trouble. Everyone really in the 44s, I think, is not safe yet.
I feel bad for Kento being so close with the top on M4.
Look at that from Nikolai as well. He really held that right foot on M4, right hand on M4. And this is Serato. Gosh, he's back in action, isn't he? Right,
into
into the
do
zone.
this move with the foot plant. Bit too much into it.
Hold your breath, everyone. Oh, no, the bobble came. I haven't seen anyone save that with the hand pop.
I think Hamish kind of saved it a bit.
Oh, he kind of brought it in,
yeah.
Now, you can do that. It's blocked, but if there's a little bit of an edge, that's all good. And then up towards that big palm. He hit that very well, actually.
Hard to time that foot plant.
Oh, lovely shot. That's how much skin is involved. Very little.
What is his thumb on?
Nothing.
The lip for the screw hole.
I'm looking at my own thumb in the commentary box, imagining that. There's what, like a millimetre, maybe 2 millimetres?
Yeah. No text as well.
Yeah, horrible. And it's interesting because when we see a shot that close, you realise how small the margins are in climbing.
Yeah.
You know, the slightest little bit of skin slip you've done. Serato goes again, then no, not quite there.
Just rushes it a bit. Czech really needs this zone.
You can see it just on the right there, no. A bit more tension needed there.
Yeah. Maybe if you can get the toe in, he can take a bit of weight off the hands. Might help him out a bit.
Here goes Serato in the background. He's very confident on that first move.
Yeah, he makes those volumes look deceivingly good. Just like a no fall there. We obviously couldn't see what happened. But
Jack has a sip of water. I want to ask you about water, because you always do this.
I drink way too much water.
But do you do it because you're thirsty, or because it's a tactic to pause?
Kind of a bit of both. It's kind of almost become a bit of a mental reset. But I do get really thirsty during the round, but...
Yeah, I always notice it with you.
Yeah,
You always do it.
the time thing and then drinking a lot of water, the two things we get like a bit of stick from my teammates.
Do you not need to pee mid-round, though?
Not usually.
Okay.
Straight after I do, but...
Better from Serato, finds the right jib. Adjusts the feet, right. From here, I
would back him on this bit.
Me too. 2 out of 2 then. He had to work a little harder for that one, but he managed it.
It was a bit of that nervous start, wasn't it? But he's put himself in a nice position, I think.
I think so too. The score's not been updated yet, but he will jump up from 10th. There it goes, into 4th, 49.6 already.
I'm really excited to see Doyen on block 1 later on, actually.
Me too. I'm a big Doyen Lee fan. Looking forward to watching him on the mats. Okay, was there some more? Yeah, Jack's still on. And Luca Posh is flowing through.
Jack could really do with his own block 1. Well, that was good go from Jan-Luca.
Yes, if Jack doesn't get his zone, he's going to have to fight pretty hard for the rest of it.
Must be really annoying wetting your hands for the start of M3 to then try and pull on these borderlines.
And when you say wet, why would the athletes wet their hands?
Because the top of that first border, the stall, there's no texture, so you want wet hands to get that bit of that tack.
Yeah.
Not actually wet, but you want to wet them and then dry them off, and then.
And would you take a chalk bag up with you for something? Because he hasn't taken one.
I don't think so. I don't think many people have, because it's kind of an awkward place to re-chalk. Maybe you can pat some chalk on your shorts, but.
Yeah, good point. Well, Jan-Luca doesn't like that. Jack is going to have to go without that zone, which is important for him.
Right. I think he will get on really well with block 2, though, hopefully. So.
Right, Samuel Richard will come out in a minute, the second highest placing Frenchman, Mejdi.
First World Cup of the year for Sam Richard.
Yes, it is.
And not a bad start at all.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we were talking about, the general level this year. It's just, it's high.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
He had a really good time in Prague last year as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Finished 10th, maybe?
Yeah, right. And Adam Ondra back in action on M3. And down at the bottom, Adrian Lemay has come close a few times. Could have been a different round. Wasn't quite. Yeah, Samuel was 9th back in Prague last year, so it was a good one for him.
I think that was his last World Cup as well.
Yeah, he's done some European Cups since then. Quite a few European Cups in first.
Just rose through to that. He just missed his rose camp. So.
Wow. Look at his cross as well. So awkward. Adam was close in the background.
That was some cool beta, but I don't think it makes life easier for yourself.
Yeah, it must have cost him a bit of energy. I did see that cross through, but I didn't
to
think
roses.
Yeah, as in I saw it when I read the boulders, and I thought, well, maybe. Oh, that was close. Yeah, he has come off the back of a medal. So he was at the European Champs the under-19 category. No, he was gold in recently, yeah.
Oh, at European Youth Champs in
European
Kona,
Youth,
yeah. And I think he's silvered in Brussels as well, maybe the European Cup.
So he's coming off a bit of a run at the moment.
Yeah, he's had a good Europe tour of comps.
Let's have a look at that. Right, back to U5 on the slab, Adam Ondra on the cordo move. Not his preferred style, but it's not the most kind of coordination-y thing you can do.
I think he really needs this as well.
Adam
struggling with the no-tex.
Oh, wow.
That looks effortless from you, sir.
He just like landed on that right toe.
He was so much height to find it, didn't he?
That was like a ballerina move.
Oh, it's like he had seconds to look for where the foot was.
Yeah, well, he did. He went so high. He could drop down onto it. Wow, U5 Pan. What a comp he's having.
Oh, that was so good from Adam.
Now, he needed this, and he should top it from here. Don't do the heel, though, Adam. That is not the
It looks
way.
like it will go, but
That's too far,
it's just a bit risky.
He's got to drop this heel.
Oh, just commit to it. It's a good hold. I think he'll commit to it now. Yeah.
Yeah, better. Okay, thank goodness.
That would have been.
I think the crowd was in the similar kind of emotions we were then. Just, Adam, come on. Well, he's going to be pleased with that.
Did that, yeah.
29.6. This will change now. Oh my goodness.
What will that make his score good?
24.4.
24.4. He'll need to get something out of this last block, won't he?
Yes, he will. So work to do for Adam, but that was important. Yeah, this was when he dropped down from the heel rock over, which thank goodness he did.
I don't know how. I think you could maybe get your hand there, but I think your weight would just be.
Yeah, I think it would slide away from you once you tried to
your
do the
hip
left
should
hand.
be so far left to try and match in.
Yeah. But anyway, he changed his mind, which is brilliant, and got it done. Right, well, 2 boulders are done now after U5 Pan's top. We haven't seen that for a while. Samuel Richard looking around as well. 1 minute 39 for him, and Adrian needs something on this as well. He is in 5th. No, sorry, he's not. That's the other Adrian. He's in 13th, 34.7. So he needs to top it. Minute 20 on the clock. Just while we have this pause, just to remind everyone where we are, this is men's semi-finals in Prague. My name is Matt Groom. I'm joined by Diane Akhtar here in the commentary box. The men's finals will take place later, and we're looking for just 8 athletes. Only 8 to make it through to the finals, and Hamish MacArthur is in the bubble at the moment, 44.5, just 0.1 ahead of Adam Ondra, who's got a boulder to go. I think Sotter's pretty safe at this point. Anjay as well.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, maybe. I don't think they can't want to.
The rain falling heavily in the stadium now again. It's spiralled around Prague like the storm did yesterday. And luckily the wind is not what it was. Look at this from Adrian. He's into the zone as well.
Same way as Nicholas earlier, using his height to his advantage.
But then, as you said, the toe's difficult to release.
It guarantees you the zone for sure, but maybe next year you'll have to change it up, but you obviously don't have the time to do that.
Yeah, 5 seconds. He's going to have to say goodbye, and that will leave him outside just of a provisional finals place in 9th.
I think that was probably a good tactic to get the zone there.
And this was Yufei Pan. We didn't see the foot there, but he just planted it so nicely. Team China potentially getting an athlete through to finals here. We'll have to wait and see if he can continue, but he's looking good at the moment.
That'd be really cool if Yufei Pan made a final.
Would be, wouldn't it? Do you remember he was at Plywood Masters a couple of years ago?
Yeah,
Not when you knew he was coming.
I was so shocked when I saw him though. I got to the morning, I was like, what are you doing?
I did the same thing. Like, to pick a fairly regional comp.
Yeah, like Plywood Masters is good fun.
Oh, it's a great comp.
I don't know if I'd fly from China to
Exactly. I asked him why he went, and he was just like, well, I just wanted to do some, and kind of this is a bit more underground. So.
He came to the UK for like a pre-Olympics training camp, didn't he? Yeah.
Right, Mejdi Shark in action, and look at this, cruising through towards the zone at the moment from Mejdi. Makes the match, comes out right, good work.
Be intrigued to see if Mejdi tried to go double.
Yeah.
He does prefer that kind of style.
He's on form at the moment, look at this.
This is all wide position to go from.
Not going to be...
Yeah. It's really hard when you leave your left hand on that black undercut, I think.
Yeah. So, Jack is on the slab, so more his style or not?
Jack's, yeah, incredible on the slab. I think he'll appreciate this block a lot.
Look at that control as he comes into the right hand. He didn't get that zone on Boulder 1, so this is important.
He's already gotten here super quickly. Yeah.
So, he was off with the foot.
Yeah, I thought he'd saved it just because he got so much height on the hold. But
he got a bit of heel in action,
yeah,
didn't he? No.
Because sometimes you can catch the midfoot on the jib, but...
tricky, but that will give him good confidence. Let's watch it again. So he got set, but underneath him that foot was on for a moment, but then popped. Oh,
his hand went, yeah.
I think maybe the hand sliding put the weight onto the foot more.
Because he'd gone really high like Yufei and bought himself good time, so I was shocked he came off.
There's Mejdi, looking chill. And Serato, of course, is on M3. Not really Serato's preferred style, this one, this Lachey style swing. He's getting better and better at it. And Luca misses the left hand. I don't think that's the way, that catch.
Yeah.
It's a bit low, I think it just twists you out. What was that shout for? Serato, right, he's a move away, latches the top, easy stuff. It's 3 out of 3 on this set of boulders. Oh dear, everyone. I talked to him in Salt Lake, I was like, how many do you want to get this year? He was like, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Like,
he went up to Toby at the start of Quali's warm-up, and Toby congratulated him for his 3 wins, and he was like, maybe 4. So he's definitely going for it. And he's backing it up as well.
Yeah, imagine clean sweeping.
I know, it'd be, to do that in the men's.
I mean, Yanya did it.
Yeah, was it 22 maybe?
Gosh, yeah, whatever it was. And that was such a huge deal, but it hasn't been done for the men, so wow.
I mean, you rarely get like 2 wins in a row in the men, ever.
No. It's just a brutal circuit. Jack, let's see what he could do. He changed his whole jump, the angle.
I don't think I was ever really in doubt for Jack to top that one there.
No, they're very confident, didn't he? And look at that, yeah, that has given him confidence. Snatches up the mat.
This is an ideal round for Jack. A good coordination for the next board as well, and 2 power blocks you don't really need.
Yeah.
Could be really ideal for Jack.
I like how we celebrated before we got to the top as well.
Yeah.
So Serrato leads away with 74.4. That pushes, well actually no, it hasn't really pushed Hamish out yet. He's at 44.5. Adam Ondra though has slipped down a little bit into joint 9th now with Adrian's top. Sorry, zone. Mejdi hits the 10, flicks the hand. He looks so smooth through this part. And Lika Posh falls in the background.
Yeah. Good.
So here we go again. Oh, matches.
Oh, no, I don't think that's going to work.
You can't generate, surely. Yeah, the power he'd have to pull off on that undercling would be a lot. He goes with 23 seconds. So Mejdi came close, but still, only Serrato has done it. And there's only 2 athletes who could still do it.
I'm back going on that, maybe.
Yeah, Luca says goodbye. So, next rotation is about to happen, and we're about to see Dakai Sano for the first time since, I think, 23. I'm just going to check that. But yeah, this is another athlete who, in all honesty, we will discover how good he really is with you guys as well.
I'm really excited to see him in the semi-finals again.
Yeah, me too. He's yeah, he just hasn't competed that much. Basically 2023. That was his season. He did kind of a full circuit in 23.
He made finals in Salt Lake, I think, in 2023.
Yes, he did. He was 5th in Salt Lake. And there he is. Good friends with Serrato. Saw those two together yesterday.
New hair choice is very bold.
It's cool. It's a look.
He's doing like a Super Saiyan sort of intro to a video, wasn't he, on Instagram?
See how he goes. Launch is right, so far so smooth. Adam has some work to do on this final boulder. Really needs a top. Nice fix on the top left at the moment. Unwinds. D5 Pan is in the starting position but struggling to go right. Now just about does. Adam Ondra launches up with no hand. One move away, then gets set. He's going to go low feet. No, he's not. He's going to go high left foot. Oh, that was a right hand pop.
Yeah, he actually looked really good on the left hand.
Yeah, he was solid on that. And he's holding his ear.
I think his earring maybe moved about, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he kind of slapped that right ear down, didn't he? Well, that was...
Yeah, I think his hoop was...
kind of unfortunate on that one. So hit the left, and it was the right hand. You'd see it there, the right hand one. Well, he's quite good.
I don't think we're ever going to be surprised by that.
No. Yeah, as tough as it's been, this Japanese recess, pretty amazing to watch these athletes who just haven't been tested for years come and just be like, oh yeah, I never went away, by the way. Right, Adam is in a really precarious position though. He's 10th at the moment, underneath finals by quite a way, needs something. Samuel creeps his way across the slab in the main screen. E5 Pan is swinging back and forth, better angle from him as Samuel drops down.
That was really nice to watch. Like, he just like shuffled across the entire traverse.
So, you know, we always talk about the French being good at slab plans, so I won't go on about it. But what I've enjoyed is how they're all doing it differently as well.
Yeah.
They're all good in different ways. Adam came close, he heard the crowd react, but he couldn't quite stick the move.
Yeah, it's a big ass. I think the zone would be good, to be fair. 10 points.
Yeah.
But maybe he might want to get top just to secure himself a bit better.
Yeah, maybe. So 205. Yes. This is good for Samuel.
Oh, he's going for the step 2 as well. I don't. Not bad though. Wow.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So hard there. Yeah. It just pushes you so far towards the gym at a really quick rate.
Okay, here we go again.
If the right hand sticks this time.
Oh, wow. That was even more outrageous than Serato.
Oh, that's really annoying for him if the right hand didn't pop on the flash go. Because he must be getting quite tired now.
He held that full legs up horizontal. Yufei Pan leaves us. Oh, did he get it? Let's have a look here. I think he must have got it.
If Yufei got this will be huge for a score.
I love it when an athlete just has one of those comps.
Well, they're just...
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Oh, wow. To hold that was impressive.
Yeah, he's on one, isn't he? That was the top.
He almost he completely missed the hand on the first ball as the final two.
Yeah.
And he still managed to grab it.
Very calm out there as well.
She must have... Yeah, into third, 59.4.
So, he goes again. Sano has a look up. Adam Ondre's in desperate straits here with 40 seconds to go. I mean, look, I think Adam would have wanted to get to semis. I think he might have known finals was a bit far, but you never know. He's such a competitive man as well. Oh, two hands. Not going to happen that time. What if we try that again? It's not maybe the best.
I just don't think it... I think he's a bit too tall for that method.
19 seconds, he'll fight to the very end here. Left foot, but we could be seeing here the end of Adam Ondra's Boulder career. We'll get one last chance to watch the great man in action, but we also have this exciting moment.
Oh my God.
Close. Well, Adam Ondra will say goodbye, and this is the last time we will see him on a Boulder stage. And I just wanted to say what an incredible career this man has had in Boulder. He will continue in lead, but if this is the last we see of Adam Ondra, thank you so much, sir, for giving so much to this sport. He ducks backstage for the last time. Right, well, we were both looking forward to this. Do-Hyun Lee out on the mat. Now, I don't want to put pressure on you, Dan, but you've been saying for a long time you might get this.
Yeah, I said it's for Serato too. I'd bet a bit for a flash.
I really hope people are betting, depending on our instructions here. This is how we get sued. But yeah, Do-Hyun has easily the ability to do this boulder. It's his kind of thing. He's looking good at the moment. He's looked good all year. Jack into the zone straight away as well. And then 3. Mejdi starts his slam journey.
This could be really ideal for Jack. Block 3, I think. So good at this start.
Do-Hyun, look at the power there. He did like a one-armer to get himself into position.
Well, he just needed the right foot. He didn't need the... He gets the clamp in.
Do-Hyun flicks the left hand, finds the crimp. Here we go. And by the way, Serato.
Mejdi just topped the slab as well.
Oh, it was all go. Serato fell, Mejdi's topped, and Do-Hyun came close. Full action. This is going to help. Serato just with that zone is up to 84.3. So let's see Mejdi's top now. Little change of the foot. Have to find the balancing point. And see, this is it. He's not putting too much through those fingers.
Yeah, no.
All about the feet, not about the hands. Drops in.
Looks effortless, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely in Mejdi's toolbox.
Yeah, I think we expected this on the slab.
Please top out, Mejdi.
I quite like it when you can like celebrate before you top a block. Like,
yeah, it's a bit hero.
You're just not going to drop from there, are you?
No. Well, you wouldn't. I think most people watching might. I'd definitely get it quickly. Okay, Do-Hyun Lee, you've got about half the time remaining here. Jack is resting as well. Serato will go again. Serato getting very close just now as well.
Look at that, not even having to cut to the zone. Such impressive foot tension.
Casual campusing through. Oh. Bit too casual, maybe.
Yeah. I really want to see him top this last block.
4 out of 4 in this set would be amazing. Yeah. Do-Hyun into the second half of M1 as well. Wraps that right hand around the red volume. A little adjustment with the left.
Yeah, he's going straight up.
The feet were in a better position there.
Yeah.
Jack's resting.
Jack could get this as well now. Generating so much momentum with his legs. It's insane.
And our mic's behind the wall, catching that sound. So good work from Jack McDougall.
That's really good for the score.
This is going to be fascinating.
Yeah, this is going to be close actually for Jack.
That was him at the top.
Serrato dropping that move again.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for Serrato's title hopes here.
Love to see a top on block 4 there.
I'm trying to look if Jack's made a finals before. I don't think
He's
has.
not, no. This is only his maybe 3rd World Cup semis, I think.
Yeah, Salt Lake he was 10th, so he was knocking on the door of a finals place, but not quite. And currently he's up into provisional 6th. Hamish has been pushed out. Elias now in the danger zone. Adrian Girard doing very well. Jack McDougall. Hannes van Dyson is still in the mix.
Yeah.
Anjay Ufaipan, who is pretty clear now, and Sotter and Serrato.
Oh, it'll be close for Jack. He'll need to get something out of this last block.
Yeah, definitely needs his own.
If Doyne has enough juice left in the tank.
It looks like he does at the moment.
This block seems like so hard to get on anything than a flash go.
Oh wow, that's different. So he tried, firing up from underneath it. Dogan will be done. So that means that only Serrato and Raku can unlock boulder number 1. And he didn't manage to get boulder number 3, so that'll be his own for him, but he will move forward to
boulder 4.
Sorry, boulder 4. Yeah. He will move forward to the next round. Well, the rain has stopped once more, which means the crowd can take those hoods off. It was a sold-out event, this one. Really hard to get tickets for. Same as Salt Lake. It amazes me the amount of travel people are doing to these competitions.
Yeah, Prague, I always find so many people travel to it. Yeah.
I think it's just an easy one to get to. It's a fun city to be in.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, he came close to getting this. That guy's Sano on the slab now. We will not look at boulder 1 anymore. That's done. So just 2, 3, 4 at the moment. We come into the last section of this. So here is Sano.
So impressive the way some athletes can just stand up onto that volume.
He looks down at the foot. It's awkward and underneath him. He'll start to creep towards the right. That's the hold he's going for. He missed the foot a bit. Samuel as well in action down on the left, and Ufaipan there on your screen is in a very good position here for finals. I think if he can get a zone, he'll be pretty secure. Oh, that was a big fall though as he comes down.
I think he might be secure anyway.
Ooh, sliding down the slab at the beginning. There's going to be a look at the dirt as he brushes away that hold. Second to last athlete through on that slab, so there'll be quite a build-up of rubber and chalk left on it. Samuel, trusting the no-tets, thumbs pinching, drops into the zone. I love that move, you can fall into it. 2 foot swing. Jack, you were so right about the way Jack swung into.
Yeah, he's got really long legs, so he can just generate so much momentum.
This is where he got to before in his high point. Drop the move over to the right. That's the hand hold. We kind of want to see the foothold though. There we go. So in, and that's better.
Whoa. Couldn't save him there. I think I'll back him on this move. Oh,
a bit low
the jib
underneath it, yeah. I think the more we've seen athletes do this, it is all about sort of going up, landing down.
Yeah, for sure. The hold's really good, so if you can get high and grab it quickly, you buy yourself a lot of time to find the jib, don't you?
Yeah, it's hard to slide into it.
Yeah.
So that's our scoreboard on the bottom left. That's our top 8. Elias is in contention at the moment. Jack McDougall's up there as well. He's got a boulder to go. Sorato's easily through, and we think Yifei Pan's safe too. Love that drop down. So here we go, the 2-foot swing. Bought himself some time, but actually I think he got drive through there.
Yeah, it's getting close. I think he could piece this together in the time.
Yeah, lots of time still left. 1 minute 45 now. Yifei Pan, part of a big Chinese team. The Boulderers didn't go to Salt Lake. There was a couple of speed climbers there. Or Brazil, actually. Team China was missing there, but they're back in action in Europe. And I know that they are in Europe for the duration, I think all the way past to Madrid, I think.
Oh, he missed it as well.
Oh, bit of an adjustment.
That was cool getting the zone as well, though. 2 top score zones. Bumping the buff so tall. I think it was in just behind.
Sano's in, found the right foot, quick top from him. Nice work, and that after missing the top of Boulder 1 just by a little bit, that will help his score. Let's see this again. So he did change the angle of this jump, found the right foot, got himself set, so confident on the foot match as well. And this was the leap up to land down much better. Oh, and there's a top for Samuel as well, if you could hear the crowd there in the background. So Samuel getting it done as we watch this replay. It's the celebration. And this was the top from Samuel, so floating over on the right. Kick off with the legs. And this is a replay you're watching here. Big move, didn't even hesitate on that final sequence. Little drop knee on the left foot. Good work. Cool, so Samuel's done. We'll see the score in a minute as we just watch that match one more time, pressing into the top. Yifei Pan down at the end, finishing his comp off as well. Okay, so we rotate through. We've got Dokyan on the slab now. Mejdi comes into the corner move, which I'd expect him to do on this.
Yeah.
And then Jack would like to get his own just to secure a place here.
Yeah, it would be close. If he does stick the first move, he'll be able to do the more reachy method of keeping the tone for the zone.
True, yeah, long legs.
Yeah, that could be ideal.
Dokyan paces back and forth, has a look at the starting position. Mejdi is straight into the start of M3 as well.
Yeah, not a bad flash go from Jack. Mejdi
So casual.
doing what we expected.
Yeah, Mejdi has got a top here. We'll stick with Dokyan Lee though.
And saving that as well was impressive.
Yeah, Dokyan carries on. Mejdi has tops. We'll show you a replay in a sec. Dokyan, no, still foot in the wrong place at the moment.
Mejdi moves above Jack.
He's got to work out how to move that right foot somehow.
Yeah, his foot's stuck, isn't it? There we go, that's good.
Kept calm to figure that out.
Yeah.
Big kick with the left foot, finds the top. Matches the final hold. That's it for Dokyan Lee. Just, he thinks. So the scoreboard's a little bit wonky at the moment, but we'll hopefully get that updated and let you know. Mejdi, meanwhile, swinging. This was how he did it. He heard the crowd roar in the background. So flowy through there.
Incredible, yeah. This style is just where he's just head and shoulders above a lot of the field.
Yeah.
Moves him into fourth. It's really good for the score.
And then Jack is still fighting though.
Oh, he needs this. It's getting close.
Yeah, there is the updated score there. So Mejdi does bump up into fourth with 60. Sorato and Raku still leads the way, of course, and down to the 8th. Girard will be a bit nervous, but Jack in 7th is in a slightly shaky position. Dojan, the one who's coming 17th at the moment, with the zone in the top. He's left himself in a good place here. Mejdi as well. Okay, the rain has wrapped back around, I think. Up at the stadium, holding strong at the moment. No water on the wall, no water on the mats. We can continue on. This is that's one of your coaches there.
Yeah, you can hear both the coaches. Ah, he is close.
He's trying to look at the reach, isn't he?
I think he was thinking maybe if he could just stop left and right there, but I don't think so.
Yeah, some have tried, most all have failed on it. But Jack looks like he's relaxed still, he's enjoying it. 7th.
He could still scrape through, just maybe not position you want to leave yourself in. Oh, he's getting really close.
1 minute 13. He wants a brush. So in terms of athletes, you can jump over him here. We've obviously got to come. We've got Dogan Lee, who's down in 17.
Daiki and Sam Richards. I think if Sam zones, or maybe if Sam zones, he'll go above.
Jack trying to keep it together here. 48 seconds. This could be his last roll of the dice here before he leaves it in the hands of the other athletes, which is never the position you want to be in. Last 30 seconds then. Makes sure those shoes are dry. Has a little chat to himself, hyping himself up for this moment. Throws into the
so
line.
close. Have one more go.
He knows the zone will be so important. Come on, Jack, let's go. He's really going to have to get on the wall here. Come on. Has he left himself time to even get in the zone? No.
So.
I think he knew. So he's in a shaky position in 7th.
Incredible performance regardless. Bit frustrating on block one saying like get the zone, but
You've got to remind ourselves, like, he hasn't been in this position very much.
no. It just seems like he keeps building on each of his results.
Yeah, very impressive stuff. Right, Samuel runs down to M4, Dake on M3. I'd expect him to get this.
But he's on, I'm interested. I'm not too sure actually.
He looked good on the sort of he looked very good on the jump on M1.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I've just not seen him
No, me
much on
neither.
this. Oh yeah.
No, this is what I love about this. I feel like the IFSC needs to send me to Japan, I think.
Just campus out the no-text.
Oh yeah. I think he's quite a good job with it. Yeah, we should definitely go for a research trip to Japan if you're listening to that. Let's see. Ooh, wow, that's good as well. I tried to stop on that.
Not bad, I think. Not a bad flash show at all.
Yeah. Both these athletes have a chance to get into finals here. Sana sits on his heels. Samuel as well is just going to look up at the boulder there. Now he's starting to pull on. There he is. So,
Well, he's trying the toe away, I think.
what would you go? I know you've seen all these climbers. What do you think is the most probable method here?
For me, I would definitely go with the right hand over left hand catch.
So left palming down.
Yeah,
or
like you
catch?
grab it and palm, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's trying to stop, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think he definitely do this if he carries it big.
Yes, that's 2 times he's tried to stop. Probably if he's going to change, it will be on this next go. But then, yes, a classic thing, you feel close, maybe you think it is.
Yeah. He's not had a go where he's like properly been able to attempt it yet to know whether he wants to switch it up.
Samuel getting big support. His coaches know.
That looks a lot better.
Did, didn't it? Just kind of missed it though. So Sano flows right. Adjustment with the hands.
So much swing on that.
So this is very tense for both these climbers at the moment. Of course, Samuel has a one boulder in hand. Samuel does not. Samuel down at 12 at the moment, so he needs something here. What would Dako do here? He's looking like he's got a bit more momentum. No, he's still trying to stop. He's trying to scrub that left toe up as well.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way.
The one thing you and me debated when we were looking at it, whether it was a stop or it was carry on. And
yeah, I thought a lot of athletes would try to stop, but I think it was pretty obvious it was a go again.
Yeah. And maybe this is that little bit of rust, you know, having not competed with these kind of boulders for a while. You know, the World Cup setting is different from any other competition.
Yeah, you can't get these kind of blocks in a commercial gym.
No, but also in your comps. I mean, I haven't competed in the European Cup. I've been told that the positions are just more awkward in World Cup.
Yeah. The physicality is just a whole other level as well.
Yeah. Right, Samuel tap and goes here. Launches over.
Oh, just the way I'm going that time.
Things are getting tense for him now with a minute 18 to go. It could be slipping away from him.
Daiki as well. If he doesn't top this, he'll have to zone on the next one.
Well, that zone is no easy task.
Yeah.
Good news for Jack, though.
Yeah, not bad news at all.
Drops in, starts the swing, back and forth he goes. Will he go for this? No. Will he tries to stop again? They can try to land 2 feet down there.
It's interesting, as the time's gone on, it's kind of like regressed almost. His first go was really good. He just got caught up in stopping.
Yeah, so I don't think he's got enough time to change this, unless he radically does something different now.
Yeah.
Samuel as well, he does stop this time.
Sticks it, he'll have to stick the zone.
25 seconds.
Oh, he does stick it.
By the count.
Super strong.
Okay, no go. Samuel will fall, but that is a big deal for him.
That is really important for him. That'll give him, I don't know how many goes he took, but take him to like 52 or something.
He asked for thumbs up from the judge, from the coaches there if he's got in. I think it should be, right?
Takes him into 7th, I think. 7th or 6th.
Yeah, there we go,
Yeah,
6th. Well, there is the scoreboard. So, Serato and Raku leading the way over Sota Amagasa and U5 Pan. Mejdi Schalk and Andrzej Perhak next. Samuel Richard, we just saw him, slips into 6th there. Fantastic performance.
Not looking good for Jack.
Hannes van Dyssen in 7th and Jack McDougall 8th.
Those two have a nervous wait now.
Yes, they do. All right, a couple to go now. Mejdi is on the left. Can anyone unlock this boulder? Serato didn't.
Kento early on was incredible.
Yeah.
Just the left hand away.
Yeah. Oh yes, of course. He didn't get to bring the match.
He was at the match. He looked so strong on that boulder.
Yeah.
It's a bit unfair. He didn't really get any more points for that.
I know. I always say this, but I want a commentator points button where we can just award someone.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Right, Dogen Lee is struggling with that first move immediately, but lots of time to readjust. And he getting better. Squeezing with the leg to hold him into the position.
Interestingly, chalking up more to grab that first hold.
Yeah, it goes both. I mean, you were talking about how you sometimes put moisture on your hands for no text. But I suppose there is quite a big pinch to be had on
Yeah, maybe I think sometimes you can like leave the chalk on your thumbs and rub the moisture onto your fingers. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't know if you saw the quali block that we had, the no text pinch.
Oh yes.
So I would like leave chalk on my thumb, but then moisturise my fingertips.
Well, then you chalk up your shorts or something so you can pat, or do you carry a chalk bag?
I don't carry a chalk bag, but yeah, you can do chalk on the shorts to pat.
So both athletes established now. Dogen Lee on the 10. Mejdi misses the right hand. We'll stick with Dogen then as he isn't quite there.
Yeah, he's not looking very. Missed the foot that time.
We've seen that with a few athletes. They have a bad first couple of swings and then
They seem to find. Yeah, I think that's very common with those kind of moves learning.
Yeah. Just locks in.
Because every kind of lache is different in some sort of way, and you have to almost relearn it every time.
Yeah. So there's your scoreboard on the bottom left. Mejdi is in and will stay there, so we'll see him later on. Using it with just waiting for that to dry, which also gives him time to have a breather.
Yeah, Doyen could top now to get in, or he'll need the zone on the last one.
Yeah, tense stuff. Mejdi walks back and forth. And Lee drops in again. He looks really good in that starting position. He struggled a few times. Again, trying to stop. Or maybe their foot just got kind of a bit left behind and caught.
Yeah, I think when you don't find the right foot properly straight away, it's hard to keep it going, isn't it? He looked a lot more confident that time, though.
Yeah, it's good from him. He's getting there. 2 minutes, though, left. So not that much time. Mejdi will probably be aware that he's in here, so he won't want to burn too much on this last go. But of course, we've seen some draws, so help that can be important. Good semi-finals position into finals can make a big difference.
Yeah, he's in second currently.
He's nailed this move now. So here we go. This is the move that's called. So, dries those hands up. 3 minutes is about to come up on the clock.
Pánové půjdu běžně 12. Kvalifikaci ovládne Ameriku.
So here we go. Right foot on, left foot underneath. It's just such a weird move, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your legs are sort of flying up behind you in the air, you're catching an undercling. Very tense moment for him. If he can just smash his way into the finals, that'll be one of those moments that the selectors can go, okay, that's justified. That swap around. Because yeah, as you said earlier on, Meishi not in the second half of this.
Yeah. He unfortunately got injured in Salt Lake as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. That finger looked nasty as well. He had at one point 2 ginormous bags of ice, one of them like his elbow area, one of his
and
fingers.
then he did his other finger in finals.
Yeah. It'll all go for Meishi. He'll be able to recover at least, because I think world champs would be
It's quite a way away, yeah. Hopefully he'll be okay. But yeah, brutal. Your worst result being a 9th and not enough to stay in. A medal in a final. I know. Just keeps missing the left hand.
Less than 2 minutes now.
Don't know how tall like he is, but it does look like quite a big span.
It does, doesn't it? I wonder if again, he does seem to get stuck into this thing where he tries the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the chalk on his feet as well.
Yeah, those mats are covered in chalk.
Yeah, I hope he sort of sees that.
I think he's got a towel.
As the coach is watching on.
No, maybe he doesn't have a towel.
I don't think you realise how chalky it is. Yeah, the chalk kind of acts like little balls under your feet and they roll. So you've got chalk in your hands, but not your feet. Although speed climbers often chalk their feet, which blows my mind.
Chalk their shoes
yeah,
on their feet?
on their toes, yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
I know.
I wouldn't know about that all though.
Yeah, see, this is the slip he's having. Like that,
Yeah.
his feet are so dirty.
He needs a towel on the
He
mat.
does.
Oh,
You
he's
see-
getting frustrated.
And now I think he spots it. Now he's cleaning his shoes. No, he's not even.
I don't know if it's... Maybe this boulder doesn't affect you too much. It did slip pulling on though.
Yeah, straight that right foot slid down. And
I'm impressed how well he did on the slacks.
yeah.
Without a towel.
Well, he goes again, whatever. 42 seconds of the clock, little nod to himself. But Ben Hanna, who was my commentator in Salt Lake, always found it amazing that Serato never brushes the holes, for example. Like he very rarely has a go at them.
Yeah.
So it's just a Japanese thing, you sort of ignore everything that's going on. So, okay, once more, up he goes. 20 seconds.
Oh, he's so close. He finally put his left hand a lot higher.
Yeah. You feel it slipping away though at the moment here.
Sees his left hand a bit high. No, he kept going too low to the left hand, unfortunately.
Hands on his hips, he was saying goodbye. It's not going to be the magical start to his season, but boy, he came close with a 44.6 just underneath there. Hannes is 53.6. Right, last climber is about to come out, and it's going to be Do-Hyun Lee on this jump before we will say goodbye. You guys get to reset at home, and we will come back tonight for the finals. So I've got a route setter joining me in the commentary box later on, so we get to hear someone who set the boulders telling us about how nasty they are. We've got 5 minutes left, first of all, and Do-Hyun Lee comes out. He's already in the finals, regardless in 5th, so the order will not change from now on. Interesting to see if he can maybe unlock this one.
One of the best in the business.
You said Kento, the only one getting close.
No, také když to jediný bowling byste neviděli toto semifinále a Lee je poslední závodník, který nám to může ukázat, tak pojďte ho pomoct vytlačit nahoru.
Do-Hyun seemed to be caught in 2 minds, but he makes that.
Oh, that's easy.
Right foot was barely on something.
Oh, he's so strong to hold that.
I don't think he's... Oh, he has got this. Oh, the kick.
I think going from a toe hook made his life a lot harder.
Yeah. You rarely hear Do-Hyun Lee power scream like that.
Yeah,
And he was giving it everything. So he lost it the first time to readjust the left hand. You'll see a little bump there. I mean, you're basically campusing one arm off a slope.
Yeah.
At a bad slope.
And then you got to push back on that slope when you weight the foot.
Yeah. Well, good first effort from Do-Hyun Lee, but that would have cost him a little bit of energy. Oh, he's going for spray. Interesting. Oh, is that? Oh no, I think that's was it liquid chalk?
I think it's spit or water.
Okay.
I think these holes are like PU, they're not really fiberglass.
Yeah.
So a bit of moisture can help with friction. Once you chalk up after as well.
Yeah, when we say spit, we're talking about a brand there. Because,
not actual spit. Sorry.
Yeah, because actual spit has been banned now.
Yeah,
You're
which
not allowed
is
to.
yeah. Thank you for that.
It needed to happen, let's be honest. Although apparently, I'm not going to say the athlete is. Someone did do it at Curitiba.
I've seen quite a few athletes do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be sort of warned in ISO. But it's one of those. Yeah, it's a rule that obviously needed to be brought in, and at some point everyone will remember and learn it.
Yeah.
But you are allowed to bring down little sprigs of water that he did bring out. Oh yeah, and I would imagine we'll rest for quite a while here. He looks solid.
Yeah. I think good rest. Maybe try and go off just the foot this time instead of going out the toe to the zone.
Yeah.
Could help him save just enough power for the top. Almost missed that though. That was incredible.
Contact strength with that left hand.
So strong.
This is much better.
Such a small box to try and get the foot in and weight all the hands.
Yeah, and I don't think the right hand is any good either.
Yeah. It's not the best hold in the world.
No. 2 minutes.
That is so high.
And we've seen a lot of rubber there for where people have kicked it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really sort of stop the movement. It's almost too high to do that.
Doyen's he's definitely on the taller end of finals.
Yeah, he couldn't bring the right foot up. It's interesting, I didn't see it being so campusy, this boulder.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. Very, very hard, but very cool.
Yeah, second team did good work here. So with 1 minute 30, he might have one last good go in him, and then I think it will start to go the other way. I wouldn't be surprised if we ran this down to about a minute, had one last final big go.
Yeah, I think he must feel pretty secure now that he's in the finals, hopefully.
Yeah, he won't want to burn too much skin and energy on this. I mean, he won't necessarily know he's in the final, but I think he'll get through.
Hopefully the calmness of the crowd as well makes him aware of that.
True. Yeah. Do you sense that as an athlete a lot when you're out there?
Sometimes, like if your team are like cheering you relatively calmly, then
yeah, you're good. Right, can he find the right foot? Can he find the right hand? Right hand, yes. Right foot, no. And I think that is it for Doyen. He looks exhausted out there.
Reps on that is not an easy task.
No. Well, he's hanging around. All right. Right till the end then.
Fair enough. Fair play.
30 seconds. He's caught his first move so many times.
Yeah. Repeats it like it's nothing as well. This move as well is so hard. Let's just rep it out.
Yeah. He is done for now. So Doyen will say goodbye, but he's in a provisional finals. Now, a reminder to everyone, I haven't been informed about any appeals that have come through, but theoretically they can after broadcast finishes, so it might change around, but we'll let you know the scores as we know them, the 8 athletes who have got through to tonight's final.
Didn't seem like there was too much controversial stuff.
I didn't see anything shaky. Well, our crowd will go get some lunch. They'll go dry off, I would imagine. The cafes around here will do some booming business. You can see there is quite a lot of moisture still in the air. But well done for everyone for making the comp work. So Surataman Raku leads Bemedji Shauk, Sota Amagas and Doken Lee. Yufai Pan and Anjay Pahak. Samuel Richard makes the final, and Hannes van Dyson gets in as well, which is kind of deserved after that first boulder.
Sure, that's a very cool final.
It's going to be a good one, isn't it?
Sam Richards with his first ever World Cup final.
Yeah, like a whole mix of styles in there. Adam Ondra misses out on the finals. He's down in 15th. And Toby Roberts as well can't get through. Nikolai Uznik had a brilliant quali but couldn't quite unlock it in semis. Nicholas Colomb down to 24th and Max Milne, and then Lucas down at the bottom, just 19.3 for him, but a good learning opportunity. Well, Doyen, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me.
I hope we won't see you in the commentary box again, so we'll hopefully see you back in semi-finals and finals. We will return very soon for more IFSC action for the finals later on. We'll leave you with these highlights. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.